Yep, Charlamagne the guy.
Andrew Schulz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots podcast, back for another week of brilliant idiotness. And this week's podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Introducing design intelligence from Squarespace, combining 2 decades of industry-leading design expertise with cutting-edge AI technology to unlock your strongest creative potential. Squarespace Payments is the easiest way to manage your payments in one place with Squarespace. Onboarding is fast and simple. Get started in just a few clicks and start receiving payments right away. And get discovered fast with integrated SEO tools. Every Squarespace website is optimized to be indexed with better descriptions, an auto-generated sitemap, and more. So you show up more often to more people in global search engine results. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/idiots to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/idiot to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Let's start the show. Hezekiah Walker.
Hello, sir.
The life.
The life, man. Thank you, everybody, for watching, man. And, your messages, spreading the word. The messages have been amazing, man.
How do you feel now that it's out in the world? I watched it last night.
Thank you for watching, man.
I mean, it was just as good on, and that's my only fear was, is this going to be just as good on TV as it is live? And it was just as good.
Oh man, that's great. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's very validating, and we work really hard on it, and it's cool to work really hard on something and then put it out there in the world. And the most distilled version of your creativity. Because I know sometimes we're out here potting, we're just talking shit, crazy stuff. Everything can be interpreted in a different way. But when you work really hard on a book or comedy special or whatever, it's not a lot of room for that interpretation. You're really distilling it down, and
you honed in.
Yes,
it's sharp.
Yeah,
it's strategic. It's sniping.
Yeah,
we're not sniping in here. Here we just, you sniping.
Yeah. So it just felt cool, and just hearing all these, it felt really cool to hear all these stories that people had that were similar, like their fertility journeys, and also just people taking pictures with their kids. They'd send me these pictures, and I don't know, I got, it sounds cliche, but just crazy warmth from people. This great gratitude, this overwhelming gratitude people had for being able to have families, and the amount of people who've gone through something similar, it's crazy. It's cool that they in some way feel kind of recognized or seen, or are able to laugh at that hard part of their life. So yeah, I'm on a little bit of a high right now, not that much sleep, but it's been cool.
I mean, that's what, Jesus Christ, the farting won't stop. What's crazy is that's what, you said the right word, the warmth of it all.
Yeah.
Because I know people were not expecting that from Andrew Schulz.
Yeah.
They think Andrew Schulz is cold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I know that they weren't expecting to feel that. When you got thugs texting, yo, man, Andrew Schulz special made me laugh till I was crying, then actually cry.
That was the coolest.
That was Nori.
That was the coolest. Yeah, that was so cool.
And Hawaii was like, yo, I literally was laughing, crying, then cried. That was his exact words.
That's the coolest, or one of the coolest responses, people telling that they laughed and then they also cried and then they laughed again. And just to make something, man, that made people feel like that. That's what I felt we did with the live show, and I was hoping it would transcend. And just to have people go through those emotions, I feel very proud to create something that,
And I know people will say I'm biased, but this is one of the first specials I've seen in recent times that was actually special.
Yeah.
When I think of specials that have been special, I think of I give Neil Brennan a lot of props. I think what Neil Brennan does with his specials is actually special.
Yeah.
It's everybody else. I guess, I give Chris Rock props because he did it live. He was probably the first comedian I saw do it live, which I would not recommend any comedian to do.
I would not recommend it, doing it live.
But it's still something about it that makes it special.
It's incredibly brave.
Yes.
But catching it live, it's just so difficult. It's catching standard, your editor needs to know your set to a T so he can edit the camera angles for those jokes live. It's so much goes into it. I wouldn't do it live.
But yours is a special, because I'm number one, I've never seen this content before. Salute to Lulu and Lala, the homies Lulu and Lala.
Oh, shout out to them, man.
They posted something today just I think it said something Let me read it. What I'm talking about. I don't want to paraphrase. What did they say? I'm acting like we not on a podcast where I can just pull this up. They said, because it's the sentiment that I feel like a lot of people have. They said,
shout Lulu and
salute to Lulu. Oh yeah, okay, here it goes. Laugh so hard at Andrew Schulz stand up on Netflix. Congrats and thanks for being so open about something so personal. And to me, that is what makes things special.
Yeah, art.
Not just comedy, just art.
Yeah.
When you're willing to be vulnerable about something that people aren't vulnerable about,
yeah.
and then you're able to, especially a topic like that, to be able to take that and put it into a 59-minute comedy special and make it entertaining, funny, and you still feel what you're supposed to feel from it. Come on, man.
Respect, man. Thank you so much.
If you don't win an Emmy, something wrong.
That would be awesome.
I really feel that way. If you don't win an Emmy, something is fucking wrong.
That would be fucking awesome, man. That would be really cool. That'd be really cool.
I thought it was great.
Thank you, man. And shout out Kate Hudson and Chet Hanks. We're going to have to take y'all out.
What is that? Why is that number one?
They got we're number 2 right now on Netflix, which is fucking awesome. But obviously, you know me, I'm the most ambitious motherfucker. So it's like...
it is awesome when you think about the thousands of pieces of content that's on fucking Netflix.
It's just number 2. That's the other thing that's crazy. It's not just like in comedy specials.
Yes.
Like comedy specials number 1, but in just everything on Netflix.
And don't get it fucked up. There's old stuff on Netflix that still cracks the top 10. You're competing against thousands of shit.
We beat the new Robert De Niro show.
Wow.
Yeah, multiple days in a row. We beat Meghan Markle's whack ass shit. Like it was cool.
I didn't know she had something. What she got?
She got
something. Robert De Niro had nothing either.
Yeah, his shit is called New Day or something like that. And it was fire. It was really cool. But they got that show like Running Point or something like that. And I think Chet's the man. I think
he'll get to number 1.
But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
100%.
Once the Brilliant Idiots get after it.
Brilliant Idiots massive. Go do what you need to do.
Let's go.
I just thought it was fantastic, man. And it's only been a few days.
2 days now that we're recording this. Yeah.
But it's just, I think it's gonna be one of them ones. And you're sharp on there, bro.
Thank you, man.
Like sharp.
Thank you, man.
Like, oh shit, Andrew is funny.
Thank you, man. Yeah. I didn't want to half-ass it. We toured that shit for like 2 years.
You did.
That's the thing. And like I probably developed it for like 3. And it was yeah, we worked really hard on it. And that's something that like I would like to change. Not change, but I think is important that like working hard on something is cool. Like half-assing shit is not cool. I think there's a little bit of sentiment out there like if I don't gotta care. I don't gotta care. Yeah, I don't really care that much about it. It's like, well, this is what I've done with my entire life, so I really fucking care about it. I'm gonna work really hard at it. And if I fail working really hard, I can accept that. But I refuse to put some half-ass shit out.
That's why, we have all these conversations about content creators. Yeah, everybody that's in the podcast space, everybody that's in the YouTube space, you're a content creator, but you're only making one type of content.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're like, to me, a guy like a Drewski, he takes time crafting these sketches, right? And then he puts them out into the world, and that's why they hit the way that they do.
You said a really good thing about the Drewski thing, about him being really tapped into like cultural sentiment.
Like
he understands what people are feeling.
That's right.
And he's making these sketches about the topics or the trends that he finds people feeling. And that's probably why they're so successful, because there's this like unbelievable relatability. Even if that's not your life, someone like that. And that seems to be what explodes, I find.
That's what real comics do.
Yeah.
Real comics take time to live life. They tap into something. For you, it was a personal experience.
Yeah.
And whether you realized it or not, this was a personal experience that so many people have gone through.
I had no clue, man. And
you want to laugh about it.
That's the thing. This is like the most devastating shit that you go through in your life, but it is funny. Like when you come out the other end of it, it is so, I remember, like, even the little shit that I would say. Like, I remember when I did one sperm sample, and the doctor was saying how like my sperm not only wasn't swimming well, they were like shaped weird. And I remember, they said they were shaped weird. And I said to him, I was like, well, maybe they hit the cup hard and it like mutated.
That's a good point.
That's
what I said. Liquid takes the shape of whatever it fucking touches.
Oh, I was thinking it was like in 9/11. I think it was like just blunt force trauma, like it hit the cup and then, whatever. And the way the doctor looked at me and was like, yeah, I really don't think it's that. I just think they're shaped weird.
He had no idea you're a comedian, huh?
Nah, none of them know. Also, like, my wife's OBGYN, when they all told her that I was a comedian, her reaction was like the most fucking Asian lady reaction ever.
What you gonna do now?
What?
Sorry, the second most Asian lady.
Okay.
She goes, really? He's not funny at all.
God.
I said, lady, I'm not laughing when I'm in here.
Yeah, because you serious.
I'm going through it. I'm going through it right now. I'm trying to get my wife pregnant with a whole team of scientists. I'm not having fun.
The thing I like about the special the most is that, well, that's a lot I like about it. But when I saw it the first time, the first thing I said to myself was, number one, I never seen nobody approach that subject. But number two, from the male perspective.
Yeah, I think that's the thing's probably more unique, this idea.
Yes.
Like, infertility a lot of times is we talk about from the female perspective because men, we can't believe there could ever be our fault.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we're terrified of getting women pregnant our whole life. So the fact that it was me, it actually made me feel more comfortable talking about it. Because if it was my wife only, I don't know if I could go up there and talk about it like that. I would feel like I was
explain that now. If Absolutely.
So there was a little bit more freedom. Like, you know, I make fun of everybody, but I also make fun of myself.
It's
like,
self-deprecating.
It's the most.
You cannot watch, if you watch that special and you get mad at Andrew Schulz ever again for clowning somebody, you're just being biased.
I gave you the nuke on me. Anybody who wants to make fun of me for the red, Taylor almost made me commit suicide.
Taylor shot the nuke
Immediately.
for no reason.
Immediately.
I'm like, yo, Taylor, there was no need to press the red button.
She nuked me twice.
No, I just remember the first one.
No, she nuked me once, and then she got pregnant by accident. That's two nukes.
Yeah, you're right.
She's at Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
You're right. It made no sense for Taylor to hit that nuke back then for no goddamn, and nobody knew what was going on.
Just me.
I don't even think you ain't even had the material for the special yet.
But it motivated me.
Like, let me get ahead of it.
I called a doctor that night. How we get this girl knocked up?
Listen, man, you should be very happy for creating a body of work that will stand the test of time.
Thank you, bro.
And you created a body. See, for comedians, it's like your album.
It's
like, yo, you put out a dope-ass album. Like, you put out an album, to me, that is a classic.
Thank you.
But once again, everybody gonna say I'm biased. You know what I mean? But all I do is tell you, go watch the shit for yourself.
Yeah, you go watch it.
You know?
You see. Hopefully you like it, and hopefully you get something from it. And shout out everybody that worked on it, man. Like, the amount of people that made this amazing. You know, shout out the whole team. Like, everybody from Dove, Cheryl, Rob, Shifty editing it, Mark being in there editing it with me, Vala putting together the video pieces, like the whole.
Giving them credit, man.
Yeah,
man, giving them the credit, and the credits is everything.
Oh, absolutely, man. I gave my wife a chief.
She got a I saw that.
Executive baby creator. Yeah.
Oh, that's what it said. I just thought it said executive. I wasn't paying.
We made like a fake credit.
Oh, but you know, the Netflix thing gets small after, so I didn't know. I didn't see all.
Yeah, but no, everybody needs that, man. Especially the behind the scenes people, because
they make it happen.
Yep.
It makes you look good.
If people haven't watched it yet, I would recommend watching it with surround sound if you have.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds phenomenal.
Oh, like Tom Cassetta.
You're audio, you're hearing laughs from different parts of the room and shit like that. It feels like you're there.
That's the thing. I'm glad you point that out, because Tom Cassetta is a genius, and he does all of our audio, and we've told him to do every comedian's audio, and he had so many mics around it. And again, if you're watching on your laptop, it is one experience, but if you do have like a surround sound system, you'll hear laughs to your right and left, and it's designed in that way. So if you're at home in your system, you feel like you're at the show a little bit. Yeah.
And go ahead, what the hell?
I was gonna say, it's also cool because you were able to do exactly how you wanted it. Because last time they were trying to make you not like cut some stuff out.
Yeah, they were cool. They were very cool. And shout out to Netflix for letting me do that, man. I really appreciate that.
And just creating a piece of content that like that means something. I just feel like you see a lot of shit nowadays that's just like yuck it up for the moment type shit.
It's like everything is a reaction channel.
Yeah, man.
And like, which is fine too. We're out here reacting to shit. Don't get me wrong, but there is something about. I would love everybody that reacts to stuff to create something and put it out to be judged, because you might have a different feeling towards the reactions you have. Like, That's why even with the thing with Kendrick, like I really admire somebody, like the halftime performance. I admire somebody putting something out and working hard on something to be judged by the world.
Absolutely.
There is admiration, regardless of what else went down. So,
and you take what comes with it.
You got to.
Because art is subjective.
Yep.
Period. Like if you're the type of person that puts something out to the world and all you can stand is the good comments, you're not built for this. Like, because everybody gonna have an opinion. Some people gonna like it. Some people not gonna like it. Some people not even gonna give a fuck. So who should you focus on?
Yep.
None of it. Exactly.
Yeah.
I did the best work that I possibly could. Yeah. I gave it to the world. Hey, y'all have at it, man.
Also, I got to say something. Aaron the Plumber DM'd me because he heard us talking about it. And he was like, yo. he said, he goes, listen, man. Thank you guys for shouting me on the show. Yo, I'm a huge fan of Charlamagne. I read his book while I was locked up. It changed my life. And it really helped me be like a productive person when I came out of prison.
Really?
Yeah. So that shit has impact too. Like when you create those darts, you create that really distilled version of art. It hits people in a different way, man.
And I think, it's so funny you said that because there's people that'll watch us do this, or watch me on Breakfast Club, watch you on Flagrant, and not realize that there's other things that we do that might be a little bit sharper.
Yeah.
Like, and me and Envy was talking about this today because there's people that don't even know Envy's a DJ.
So
there's people that don't know you do stand-up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like there might be people that don't know I write books. But those are the it's just interesting to watch.
Like I remember when you would do Donkey the Day, it was this thing that like I feel like a lot of the comedy world really tuned into because we're used to writing jokes. Like we're used to roasts and we're used to these things. And it was like to me, at least when I saw it, it was like this distilled version of your comedic opinion on a thing or your serious opinion on a thing. And which is different than a conversation, but it's a really good like look into how somebody's brain works. And the books and like just finding those different things I think is it's just cool to pull it out. And I feel I'm like so stoked people really fuck with it, man.
What do you do after you get this out to the world? How soon do you start?
I gotta live a little.
You gotta live a little. Every comedian says that. You gotta live a little.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta live because I wouldn't have been able to do this one if I didn't live.
Yeah.
I feel like if I just keep touring nonstop, I end up writing like a little bit different version of the same joke. Cause this is a different joke, but it's the same kind of. And when you take some time off, new shit affects you. And then you go up with that new shit affecting you. And you got to start all over, and it's brutal and humbling, and I'm going to fucking bomb.
Do you hear that, Drake? No, I'm dead serious.
You making a point.
This is why Kendrick's music, or even a J. Cole's music, will matter more as time goes on, because you got to take a break, okay?
Yeah.
And I just said that for the Drake people for the people that be like, yo, Charlamagne is always hating on Drake. You know what I mean? I wanted you to tune in to the first 15, 20 minutes of this podcast and let you know how consistent I am.
Okay? He gonna put you in his next rap.
Okay. I just want you to know how consistent I am.
You are consistent.
Very consistent. Yeah, man, very proud of you, man. It's phenomenal special.
And I appreciate all your support and all your guys' support through this whole thing. You guys knew I was going through it even before I was talking about it publicly. So, you guys saw the whole journey of it.
Yeah, but you kind of never know how much a person is going through. You know what I mean? Like,
bro, there was episodes of Brilliant Idiots. You can even look at the comments. I would be yawning a lot. And people are like, oh, Schulz is exhausted or Schulz whatever.
You fucking drained. Cum left. Like you just a cumless human. There's only 2 cumless humans on this planet.
Me and women.
Elon Musk, Andrew, and I guess some women.
Yeah.
But you was fucking jerking off all the fucking time.
So, apparently I was so stressed. I got this thing called... it's like anxiety-induced asphyxiation or something like that. So you never feel like you can get a full breath.
Wow.
So like for months, I would breathe and it never felt like I got a full breath. And then what your body does is it starts to get, your body starts to yawn as a reset.
Yo, that's crazy because I would notice sometimes you would just pause for a second and go,
yes.
I take these deep ass breaths.
Yeah. And I just couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
And it was weird. When I would go on stage, I could breathe again because my brain was focused on a task. So
wow.
But when I was in like a more casual setting like this, the anxiety, sometimes your body has a limit, I guess, and it just shuts down. It happens with like depression, it happens with anxiety, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? I thought I had a heart problem. I like went to the doctor and shit. That's when we both got the same doctor.
Puma, yeah.
And it was just, it's crazy, man.
What did your wife think?
Man, she's just really happy and she's really proud, and like I think she's really proud of me, and I also think she's really proud that like the story is shared, because I think there's a lot of other people, even her friends, that are going through similar things, and I feel like, I don't know, that maybe they felt a little bit normalized and they felt a little seen. And so she's just really proud, man.
That's going to be sad when a lot of these women find out it's not the guy, though. But it's Dems. No, I'm just saying, like, you can't say you're going through similar things.
Son, I told you I prayed the night before, right?
About what?
The night before we got our results.
Yeah.
I was so sure it was my wife, and I knew it was going to kill her, and I said a prayer. And I don't really pray like that. But I was in my bathroom, and I was like, God, if there's a problem, make it my fault, because I don't think she can handle it. And God was like, say less. I should have been praying the other 39 years of my life. What was I doing?
It worked out, though.
No, for real.
Let's do some all memes matter.
I have a question.
We'll be coming back to the life.
When can your daughter see the special?
Well, yeah, I'm not
God
protective of that.
Taylor,
I'm not.
I just want to know.
Is she won yet?
She could be.
She's not won yet.
Yeah, she's won. She's
won now?
13 months.
13 months, yeah.
But like, I don't. Whenever she's like old enough to watch shit, I would let her do it. There's some wild stuff in there, but
yo, that's gonna be fire.
Yeah.
You get to watch a special to see, how you were conceived.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fire.
bro, when I know like the moment I imagine it happening. Like, I imagine, like, us grounding her or something like that because she did some fuck shit and she's upset us. She's like, y'all don't even love me. Y'all don't even care. And then I'm going to go, all right, you don't think we love you? This is what your mom went through so that we could bring you into this world.
She gonna be like, who cares? What is 30,000?
Yeah, no.
What is 30,000?
You think that's gonna work? That shit.
No, what I'm gonna say is, look, at one point we really did want you.
Yeah.
And then you must have done some fuck shit in between now and then to make us feel like this towards you.
Oh my gosh.
Look how excited we were.
Life is good.
Before you were talking back.
You could still be in the lab. You could be one of the 5 still in the lab right
You got
now.
your brothers and sisters right there frozen right now. Okay? Stop playing with me.
For real. That's fine. That's actually like, what's that Stevie Wonder song where the Stevie Wonder's baby is born and they got the baby crying on it? Oh, what song is that, man?
Isn't she lovely?
Isn't she lovely? I think it is Isn't She Lovely. That's fire. Yo, you did the comedy version of Isn't She Lovely. Because your child is going to be able to watch that in the future and be like, oh, shit.
But if she talks shit like Taylor did, there's going to be a problem. If she talks even a little bit of shit, I'm letting know, Shiloh, right now.
See,
hey,
let me, for people who don't remember the joke, we can insert it. But this is after Taylor and Schulz raced, and Schulz was giving her shit for weeks.
This is years after.
yeah,
that.
we raced like 2 years before.
Yeah, but you kept giving her shit for it.
I did.
And Taylor was like, yo, I'm faster than your sperm, though.
Andrew,
What
let
I
me tell you
last
something.
week,
Let me tell you something, though. I could run faster than your sperm, though, so relax.
What? He's a comedian.
That is
comedian.
Funny. That's funny.
You got
did not
comedian.
That's
That shit was a hate.
Drop one of Coos bombs.
Like, why would you do that?
You should see my face. I just go like this. I go, ooh, it's funny though. It's funny though. You can leave it in. It's funny, but that hurt.
The comedian side really came out.
The comedian side was like, yeah, but the human side was like, God damn. Those are the best jokes, though.
That's the best.
Like, if you're not causing people pain, is it funny?
Nah, everybody gets these jokes, man.
I was convinced you workshopped that one with her because that sounded like some Charlamagne right
No.
there. That was evil.
Why would I say that to my friend?
Because you evil.
That's what I thought about her.
Like,
When
God,
I get angry
dang.
enough, I hit below the belt. I can be very.
She was
mean.
mad. Like, Jesus
mad
Christ, I
as
just want to
hell.
make you laugh, not commit suicide.
No, that was diabolical.
God damn.
She said that shit. I was like, I took one of my deep breaths.
Listen, LeBron versus Jordan. What is this, Taylor? We doing all memes matter. What is this?
First?
Well, okay,
which
go
one
to
did
pick
you
one.
want?
Pick one. I don't know.
Because this is what happened later.
Oh, Devonta and Lamont Roach?
Uh,
Yo, shout out Lamont Roach, man. Hell of a fight.
Listen, I had one conversation with Lamont Roach on Breakfast Club. I said it during the interview. I said, your confidence makes me want to put some money on you.
Really?
It was his confidence. And there's one thing, you got people that got fake confidence, right?
Yep.
And they go in there and get knocked the fuck out. It was something about the way he was talking that I'm like, he gonna be a problem.
Bro, from watching the fight, he didn't look scared of Gervonta's power.
Well, I think he took it and realized like, oh,
I can
shit.
handle it.
That's right.
And
Because sometimes you don't know if you can handle it.
Exactly.
You wake up like, oh shit, I thought I could handle it. Now 11 seconds later, you've been out.
Yeah, it was. I would see him counterpunching with Gervonta when Gervonta was like throwing bombs, and that's a dangerous thing to do. Like, Gervonta's a bad motherfucker.
Bad motherfucker.
We're not going to judge off one fight whether he's not one of the baddest boxers on the planet, but I mean, Lamont could box his ass off. That guy needs a lot of credit.
I think Tank. Tank did. He just didn't look. He didn't look as focused as he usually looks. But this was a very interesting. This is the part of the fight that we probably would be watching. Lamont Roach should have won this fight. And I'll tell you why he should have won this fight. Oh, really? When the fight was over, the first thing I said was, it's either going to be a draw or it's going to be a close decision to Lamont Roach. If they call this knee a knockdown, which they should have.
They should have.
A knee in boxing should have counted the knockdown. It is what it is. We're not going to sit here and act like it's not. He wins that fight.
Yep.
Look at his confidence, though. He's stalking Gervonta.
I'm going to tell you when his confidence went through the roof. After Gervonta took that knee and then went to his corner, Gervonta came back with a flurry. And Gervonta was landing.
And Lamont handled it all.
Handled it. After that, I was like, oh, Lamont ain't scared at all. It's in the 6th round.
But look at his defense. Like, Lamont's defense is absolutely phenomenal. He's always ready to punch back. Look at him. Phenomenal.
And Tank was hitting him hard.
Yeah.
Look at Roach's face at the end of the fight. He's swollen.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like Tank wasn't landing on him.
Nah, this kid can both of them.
Roach is tough, man. And then it's the whole Maryland, D.C. thing. Like, Roach can't get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? He get knocked out. I got to go back to D.C. He got knocked out by Tank.
Nah, I can't do it.
He fighting for a whole city.
Yeah. And it's really Baltimore, D.C.
Baltimore, D.C.
You know
That's
what I mean?
right.
The rest of Maryland, nobody's really giving a fuck. That's the real, you know what I mean? Like, if you're from Buckhead or wherever the fuck, what's the, no, not Buckhead.
I don't know.
There's some shit that, like,
no disrespect, Maryland. I only know Baltimore.
it's where all the white people live that work in D.C. but don't want to live there.
Oh, you talk about
PG
where?
County?
No, you talking about where that fucking where the resort is? Oh, I know exactly. I was just there. I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't remember right now.
Anyway.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But we've had two very high-level boxing matches in the last few weeks. The Beterbiev and Bivol fight and this one. Like, this is boxing at its best.
It's at its fucking best. It's make you love this sport, man.
It really does.
And this is why boxing is a great sport, because it's so unpredictable.
Yep.
But I'm telling you, it was something about Roach's confidence that was like, made me feel like, oh, Roach gonna be all right in that fight.
Look at that. Look at that. These guys are in a phone booth.
Good boxing, man.
Both of them, yeah. Like,
Good boxing.
I want to watch this 3 more times. Also, the referee, I believe it's Tony Weeks is his name.
Can't stand him.
Really?
He's the one that got the eyes on both sides of his head like a fish.
But he loves this game.
Yeah, but I don't respect the fact he didn't call that a knockdown.
He made that mistake, yes.
That's a huge mistake.
Yeah,
That's
look at
not
this.
no light
Look at
mistake.
this. Oh, if you go back a second, this is like super high level boxing. So,
and I don't want to say I can't stand him because I don't know him personally. I just didn't like. You got to call that a knockdown.
Yes, he definitely. Look at that great counter punch right there. So, great counter by Gervonta. Like, this is the highest level boxing that we're going to see right now. But watch what Lamont does when he throws his jab. He throws his jab at Gervonta's left hand. So that's his left right here. He throws it a hit, and then he holds on to his left, tries to peel it down, and then he comes over with the right. This is just...
Aren't they calling
Look at him.
it back, though?
Oh, yeah, I see what
You see him? And he's trying to peel that hand down so he can catch him with the right hook.
What did you feel about Tank's excuse? Play his excuse, Taylor.
Oh, the grease? Tank to me doesn't strike me as a liar. I don't see him as
women in Baltimore. This was like, you don't know him, so okay, you don't know him. What the fuck you mean?
No, like I don't know. He just doesn't strike me as a liar. So I feel like there was something in his eye.
And when it happened, he wasn't like in trouble.
Yeah.
So that's what. Like if he was like in trouble, having a really tough time, and then maybe I would have been like, oh no, he wanted a breath.
What if Roach punch was a little bit harder than it looked?
It's possible that maybe his punch wasn't even that hard, but he punched him and Gervonta didn't close his eye and the glove actually hit his eyeball. And then just for a moment, he's a little like blurred up. Like it's almost like an eye poke.
Oh.
And then he thinks it's the grease, but in reality, he really couldn't see. Doesn't matter. You take the knee, that's a point.
You take the knee, that's a point. That was wild that he said he didn't know that though.
Nah, come on.
Like he said he didn't know that was taking a knee is, I don't know if he said he didn't know taking a knee was a knockdown. He could be disqualified. He just said he didn't really understand that, which was kind of wild.
You can't just take a knee in the middle, or everybody would just do it throughout the round. Like you get hit with a hard shot, you take a knee and then not have a point.
By the way, if the ref counts that, we see Gervonta fight at a high level for the rest of the fight. Because now he got to get a knockout.
Yo, I didn't even think about that. So right now Lamont is petitioning, saying that it should have been considered a knockdown, which it should have.
Should have been.
And they want to change the result of the fight. But that's a great point. Gervonta didn't change the way he fought after that wasn't counted as a knockdown. So I don't know if it's fair to count it now.
No, I don't think they should. I mean, I don't think it matters. Like if you give Gervonta a loss and give Roach a belt, like it's like whatever.
They got to run it back.
They got to run it back regardless. Like I want to see the fight again regardless. Play that, Taylor.
I just got my hair done 2 days ago and she put grease in my shit, so the shit was like, you know, like when you sweating and things like that and the grease come in my face. It burnt my eyes type shit. Damn, why y'all booing like I'm saying bullshit? Like this is real facts. Come on.
Here's the thing. What the fuck was that?
That was the hairdresser that said.
Oh yeah, she was like.
I can understand the sweat came like.
Gervonta ain't never going back to her.
Why is she coming on the internet and talking?
Why?
Like,
because you're humiliating.
That's what this day is.
That had nothing to do with her.
In a sense, he's coming at her like
we don't even know who she is. Like
right?
none of us would have been like, damn, who did Gervonta's hair? You know what I mean?
Everybody gets their hair done before a fight, right? Like you want to look good before a fight. It's not the first time he got his hair done before a fight. It's not her fault.
And that's what makes it bogus, though.
No, I'll say this about boxers: don't have any excuse when you lose. No excuse makes sense when you lose. Just be like, yo, it was a good fight, run it back. I think about Deontay Wilder when he said that his ring attire that he bought to the ring was too big or too heavy. Gervonta saying, yo, the braid got in his eye and caused him burning. Like, don't explain it.
But he had to give an explanation for this because then they would have been like, yo, you just took a knee for no reason.
I'd have been like, I don't know why I did it.
I just say I couldn't see.
I was like,
just say I couldn't see.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm like, I don't know what happened. I really don't know. I had a brain fart. You know what I'm saying? I'm for real. Like
CTE.
But then that's more of a case.
Because you clearly looked at him. It's two things. He didn't look hurt, right?
Yeah.
So it's like we know he didn't take a knee because he looked hurt. Or maybe Roach did hit him a little bit harder than we think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Either way, you took the knee, so you got to take that.
You took the knee, run it back, do it in the DMV. Don't do it nowhere else but in the DMV.
Facts.
Run it back. Let's see it. And I want to see Tank. I want to see Tank and Roach mix it up with all of the best. I want to see, them fight Teofimo Lopez.
Yep.
I want to see them fight Shakur.
Ryan
I don't
Garcia.
give a fuck what y'all say. Y'all be fronting on Shakur, man.
Yeah, Shakur's nice.
Shakur's nice. Shakur don't have the power.
But his boxing is beautiful.
Beautiful.
You know what a really high-level boxing match would be is Lamont and Shakur.
Ooh. Lamont said he wants Shakur next.
Because they're both so technical. Now, here's the problem. It might be like boring to the casual boxing fan. Like Gervonta brings the knockout power. So every round is interesting because you're like, all he needs to do is connect once. But Shakur versus Lamont, it might be a little bit more boring to the casual, but to the boxing fanatic, that's going to be the highest level chess match.
Shakur stopped the last fight he fought, though.
Yeah, and they're trying to not give him credit for that. It's like this poor kid can't win. Give it up for, that kid is nice, bro.
Well, why? Because the guy came in as the last minute replacement?
No, they're saying that like he was stopped by someone else or something. It's
Who
just
gives a fuck?
because you know how people are haters. They just got to find a reason to. Once there's a narrative set, they're just trying to justify the narrative. But shout out to Shakur. Shout out to Jay Prince, bro. Jay Prince reps him.
Shakur, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you said about narratives is important. Salute to all the PR firms out there that get paid just to push narratives.
Yeah, they should go to jail.
No, well.
They should go to jail. That shit should be considered libel.
Who are you talking about in particular?
Shakur Stevenson.
Oh, no, I was talking about, never mind, I don't even want to.
Say it. We could cut it.
There's a PR firm that reps two people in particular, and it's interesting to watch these two people put things out there in the ecosystem to control the narratives about things. I'll say this. Both names rhyme with each other. They rhyme. If you guess, I'll tell you.
Jay-Z and Beyonce.
No. Ooh.
Who?
Both names rhyme, and one of their biggest endorsements rhyme.
Oh, Drake, Steak.
You almost there, Alex.
Drake, Steak, and
I don't know who.
I thought this was y'all lied to me. Y'all told me this was the biggest story, and everybody's on to it.
oh, Blake.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Blake Lively.
Oh, you on it? You on it now?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You on it now? Yeah, let's go.
I'm on it now because of the information that I received this week, and I'm like, oh shit.
And
This shit
this
is
is
fire, right?
This is the other shit. Like they put the things out there, and then these, I don't even want to call them dumb, but these like attention-seeking motherfuckers on the internet start posting videos and shit that reinforce the fake narratives that the publicists put out there because there's views in it. So it's the publicists manipulating the blogs and all the other channels.
Yo, it's actually look at this. Look at this. This is a spreadsheet.
God
Right?
damn.
This is a spreadsheet. What's that number?
2,026,000.
That's all the sites they feed stories to. By the way, this is only one spreadsheet. Look at this one.
So I would love you. Tell
And
people.
by the way, look, and it's not just the sites. Look, hold on, look what's on. Look at the stuff that's on here. Look at all of the websites, all of the fan pages, all of the blog sites. I'm not gonna jump out the window and accuse y'all of anything. I'm just gonna simply say we know who's getting paid to push things. We know who's getting paid to push things.
We should put.
we know who's getting paid to push things.
We should put
They
the
about to
people
clip
out.
this and put it in one of these blogs right now.
Nah, but we should because some of these people are dumb enough to do it without getting paid. They're so stupid they just run it with the story.
That's true too.
So you're doing the same thing that the other places are doing for money.
By the way,
for
I'm
free.
not mad at it because I've been saying that a lot of these PR firms, like there's an old school way of doing PR, right? And the old school way of doing PR, especially crisis PR, is you run to like a major publication. You run to a New York Times.
Oh no, they're much more intelligent than the old school way of doing it.
No, well, this firm in particular.
Yeah.
Because they listen, I remember when that article came out in 2023, and it was an article about I'm gonna tell you which article it was. I think we talked about it here on the podcast before, but it was an article about how bloggers, it was an NBC News article, how bloggers shaped the Tory Lanez trial.
Yep.
This was January 2023.
I got caught up in that shit.
And I remember saying to
You
myself, if I was a PR firm, I'm going to hire all of them immediately. I'm getting all of them on payroll. I'm going to get all those bloggers. I want the fan pages that be on X and all that. I want them all. Because when it's time to push a narrative, nobody does it better than them. Nobody does it better than them. So when you see these fan pages, and I'm going to tell you how they manipulate you. You look at these fan pages, right? Especially on X. The captions will say things that the video don't even say.
Oh, wow.
Literally, you'll read the caption, and then you might click the video and not watch the full 2 minutes, 3 minutes, but the caption is already here. And then you'll go watch somebody on YouTube do a reaction video for it, and they're reinforcing the narrative. Next thing you know, you running around with this.
And that's the annoying thing is that like you got to let people have the freedom to say whatever the fuck they want. We believe in free speech; they could have it.
Absolutely.
That I get. The annoying thing is that sometimes those things can become trends. We've seen it happen with me. We've seen it happen with you.
Absolutely.
And it's like, oh wow, is there? You're almost looking at like who's behind this? Like you're running with a fake narrative, and there are all these people rewarding the fake narrative, the same people that reward all these other fake narratives, and you start sitting back and going, wait, is this like a strategic attack?
Of course it is. It's always, and I just think it's kind of crazy for somebody like Drake to be going after, UMG.
Well, he settled with iHeart, and iHeart came out and was like, yeah, we showed him all the shit, and there was no case.
Because what they call what the lawyer strategically did was try to make it seem like
they settled.
Yes, when the reality is it was a deposition, it was a petition, right?
For
information.
Yeah.
He wanted a deposition to get information. He saw what he needed to see,
and it was like, oh, we don't got a case.
They dropped the petition. Simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less. But it's just funny to me to accuse entities of taking money to do whatever.
When you're paying entities.
You're paying these entities to push false narratives.
So this is a very common thing. And that's why, like, low-key, I think we should probably expose all the sites that push the false narratives for money, because people should know, they should know that they're consuming.
Yeah. I don't know who's pushing what for money yet. I just know that
we gonna find out.
I have a spreadsheet of all of the places that the PR firm pushed the story to. Mm-hmm. So, it may not even be a thing where you're actually paying people directly, but you're paying a PR firm, and this PR firm has these people in the tuck. By the way, I ain't mad at it. I might need y'all one day.
That's the thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
also the opposition. I remember you said to me this fire shit. I've said this to other people since. You said, hey, pay attention whoever's hating right now. I go, why?
Oh, yes.
This was beautiful.
That's right.
You're like, it was even during the Kendrick shit, or it was during that like shits and gigs shit. And it was like, yo, pay attention to who's hating right now. I'm like, why? He goes, and you go, because they've been hating the whole time.
The whole time.
They've been nice to you, but they didn't have the confidence to come out. And now that it looks like there's a tsunami, now that there's like a little confidence, they feel it's over for you, so they can get behind it. Nah, they were hating the whole fucking time.
They read in Friday.
They read it Friday. Yep.
Debo knocked out. Debo on the ground. Now let me go grab his chain, punch him, and run off to the car.
Yeah.
Pussy.
We're not going nowhere. We're not going nowhere.
Never. Nowhere. At least we'll have the pod. All else fails, we'll have the pod.
Yes.
Okay? But no, it's just interesting. Shout out to the firm. Y'all doing a great fucking job, by the way.
Yeah.
Great job. They're doing a great job. That firm is doing a great job. Great crisis PR. What else we got, Taylor? Come on, pick one, Taylor. What's the LeBron versus Jordan thing? That's always a good one.
Well, Cenat was on.
Salute to the GOAT, Cenat, the young legend.
This kid is so impressive.
He's unbelievable. Kai was on First Take with Stephen A. Smith. What did Kai say? I'm a fan. I don't like to use the word fan, loosely, but I'm a fan of Cenat.
He looks like a young Kevin Hart.
You a freaky ass nigga.
Yeah, shut up. See what I'm saying? See what you
can't even show love, bro.
You can't even be a fan.
Show love.
You know what I'm saying? He tells somebody you a fan, they think you want to fuck him.
I can't even say fan anymore.
Come to LeBron James, you start hating. That's how I feel. Because I feel like you more of an older generation type of dude. You like Michael Jordan, cool. But listen, every time when there's a debate going on with you and with Michael Jordan and LeBron James, you always got something to say about LBJ. And I'm here to say, bro, LeBron's better than Jordan. I said it. I said it, bro. I said it, bro.
Man, something wrong with you. Something wrong with you right now.
Bro,
first of all,
don't you even think about coming on this show with that guy. Don't you do it. Michael Jordan ain't never had 50,000 points. Okay, let's talk about that real quick, okay?
He ain't played 25 years.
James is 40 years old, and he's performing better than half of the people in the league right now. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? Do you understand the greatness that's going on right now?
Hold on. This is the problem with the young whippersnappers like yourself. This is the problem, okay?
I'm not having the LeBron Jordan debate no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, first of all, I've been told y'all, you can't jump the LeBron Jordan if you're not going to debate Jordan Kobe. Okay? By the way, there is no debate with Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Michael Jeffrey Jordan is the greatest NBA player of all time. It is what it is. I got LeBron in my top 5. That's that. I don't even know why a young man. No, I do know why. I know why a young man thinks LeBron James is better. Because you just didn't see Jordan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just that simple.
Yeah, of course.
You just didn't see MJ. I was working out the day, me and my cousin Tony, and I was having this conversation with Tony. I said, Tony, do you know when we were living in South Carolina, they used to have WGN in South Carolina, which was the local Chicago news channel.
That's how influential Jordan was.
That shit
you
ain't
got,
all,
you got local Chicago news.
I don't think, I could be wrong. I don't think WGN is on cable anymore. We were in South Carolina, and WGN was a local Chicago news channel, and we used to watch all the Bulls games on WGN.
That's because you had that illegal cable box.
No, it wasn't illegal. You remember? Y'all didn't have WGN in New York?
No.
I don't know what WGN is, but I damn for sure know we weren't watching the Bulls in New York because Jordan was cooking our ass.
He was watching Michael. Everybody was watching Michael.
What, against the Knicks?
Yeah, that's it.
You never watched Michael any other time?
When the Knicks were out of it, and remember that series, the Eastern Conference Finals against the Pacers? I watched that one.
Listen, I'm not even. LeBron Jordan debate is like so silly.
But that's an interesting one. Why don't we do the LeBron Kobe debate? That's the one.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the reality of the situation is, it's Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Steph Curry, Bron, Magic Johnson, in that order.
Whoa. Whoa.
Why is that a whoa?
I'm just surprised you put Steph over LeBron.
I've been put Steph over Bron. I used to have Steph number 2. I knew somebody was going to throw Larry Bird in. That Celtics documentary that Bill Simmons did is really good. Have you seen it yet?
Nah.
Yeah, I already know he's going to try to make Larry Bird look like God himself. But who? When you say over Bird, who are we talking about? Chris yelled out over Bird.
And I'm not just saying it because he's a white guy. Like,
see,
why you even gotta say that? We just talking about basketball.
I'm saying this.
We just talking about basketball.
Sixers fan who Bird destroyed.
Yeah.
I've never been more afraid of another player as a Sixers fan other than Jordan. Those were the 2 players I feared the most.
But who would I put Bird over in that list?
Steph, unfortunately.
Get the nah.
Bird's better.
Nah, you never seen anything like Steph Curry.
Nothing like Bird.
Has Steph done it without any help? That's the question.
Bird didn't do it without no help.
Of course he did.
No, he didn't. Bird had Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, Dennis Johnson, Brian Shaw.
None of them were they were dribbling like that. Like it's a very different time. What Bird was doing was exceptional. I actually think that Bird was closer to Bron than any of them.
Magic, man.
Nah, because Magic couldn't shoot. Bron can shoot, and Bird could shoot. And
Magic could shoot. He didn't have to that much.
That's what they say. He could shoot. He could shoot.
Bird was closer to a pass. Magic was a fantastic passer. Bird was close to him as a passer. Bird was an elite shooter of all time. Magic was a mid
Steph
at
Curry
best.
is the greatest shooter of all time.
No, there's no question. And he could pass too.
Watch some Bird mixtapes. Seriously.
Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all time, Chris. Larry Bird will tell you that.
But can he do it by himself? And again,
nobody can. We got to stop that too. Nobody can do it by
Actually,
himself.
you know who can? His name is LeBron James. LeBron James took a team of Target employees to the NBA Finals.
The East was weak though back then.
We're still talking about the NBA. Like, there's no such thing as like the whole division is weak.
The East was weak.
The whole division?
Weak. The East was weaker than Magic Johnson's immune system ever was.
Magic got the greatest immune system in history.
That's what I say.
It's the strongest. He beat the AIDS.
You're right. Maybe early on.
They got to study Magic.
They got to study Magic was a beast, bro. Magic went to the finals 9 times in 13 years and won 5. We don't give Magic Johnson the credit he deserves in no way, shape, or
But
form.
it is funny because when he goes 9 times and wins 5, he's looked at as great. When LeBron goes 9 times and wins 5, he's looked at as someone who lost 4.
LeBron went to 11.
And he won 5. 4.
He's 4-7 in finals.
Oh, I thought he had 5.
Nah, he's 4-7. He's 4-7 in the NBA finals. Yeah. 4-7. Listen, I think Bron is great. I'm not gonna sit here and act like. And I think the reason people don't appreciate Bron is because they're always comparing him to people that they shouldn't be comparing him to. LeBron James, we've never seen anybody do what he's doing at this stage in his career.
Put it this way. Let's just call it what it is. Nobody has been more afraid of a player than Michael Jordan. When you talk about past players, you have these conversations. You see them on the basketball podcast. I forget exactly who it was. It was, was it Isaiah Ryder? I think
J.R. Ryder.
J.R. Ryder, right? And he was on somebody's pod. I think it was Garnett's pod. I forget exactly what it was. And they were talking about how he used to have good games against Mike, and he would do it quietly. He would never like ruffle any feathers. And there was like a rook on the team that said something. I think it was Garnett even said something like it was the third quarter. And he goes, in front of Jordan, he goes, "That's what I'm talking about, Ryder. Keep busting that motherfucker's ass." And Jordan just goes, "Oh, words like that?" And then Ryder goes to Jordan and goes, "Yo, he's a rook, man. He don't really know what he's talking about." Jordan put the fucking clamps on him, and Ryder's telling the story. So nobody was more feared in terms of their dominance than Jordan. I haven't heard one of those stories about LeBron.
Never. Yo, the Nick Anderson story with Michael Jordan is crazy. Michael Jordan comes back after retirement. He's wearing the 4-5. Nick Anderson or somebody's having a good game. And I think Nick says to Michael Jordan, 4-5 ain't 23. Next game, Michael comes out wearing the 23, I think drops like 55 points. Magic still go on to win the series 4-2. They say that whole summer, all Michael thought about was the fucking Orlando Magic. Came back the next year, swept them. Not only did he sweep them, in game 4, he gets fouled with 44 points, goes to the line, shoots 1-45. Shoots the next one, misses it on purpose.
Just so he could drop the 45.
Just to have somebody say, tell him, point, look up at the scoreboard.
That's fine.
Son,
come on,
That's
man.
fine.
The closest
Cut
thing,
it out.
the closest thing that we have to Michael Jordan is
Kobe
Candace
Bryant.
Owens. What? I'm just saying, in terms of sheer dominance and fear, if you even do something so foolish as to piss off Candace Owens, it
Can't
is
fuck with
over
Candace.
for you, man.
Nah, leave Candace the fuck alone.
That's John Wick. That's Debo.
Leave Candace the fuck alone, okay? Candace got some shit coming. Damn, I don't even know if I...
Tell me. Tell me.
The Weinstein.
Yo, there's no.
Okay,
Yeah,
she
she
talked
started-
about it
she
already?
started.
Okay.
Well,
Because
tell
I got
me.
an email, so I didn't know if she had already spoken about it.
Tell me.
But yeah, she's got this whole Weinstein expose coming. Ooh. But this is what makes Candace so scary. From what I read in the email, ain't she on Weinstein's side? You know how crazy you gotta be and fearless you gotta be to take that side?
Yo, can I ask y'all a question? All right, you know how Adrian Brody won the Oscar for Best Actor, right? And like, obviously, he's prolific, is amazing.
But who did he suck off?
Yo, you ready for it?
Okay.
His girl is Weinstein's ex-wife. And he's parading her around the Oscars. Like, why is she so comfortable in that space? I guess we can assume that like she knew nothing about, but like she does know. Like you're telling me the life was completely compartmentalized. You don't know nothing that your husband is doing. You have children with that man.
Nah,
like
because he's working all the time. Like a lot of that stuff was happening at hotels and shit like that. Like,
yeah, I agree with you.
But he probably got caught a couple times.
Right.
She don't give a fuck because she liked the lifestyle.
And now she's walking around these circles with all these other women are there, younger women are there that have probably been either propositions or at least made to feel uncomfortable by Weinstein. And she gets to walk around with the guy who wins the award like nothing ever fucking happens.
I don't know. I don't think you could put that on her. Because like she ain't doing nothing.
It's not her.
It's just a hypothetical podcast.
No, I feel you.
We're just having a conversation about it. It's like, if for me at least, you just don't go. You're like, yeah, my presence might be a little uncomfortable because these people might think that I knew everything that Weinstein was up to, and I definitely profited from everything that he did. But she's around there holding hands, looking beautiful.
Everyone knows though?
Son, everybody knows all this shit. I hate the fact that you think these Hollywood motherfuckers can keep secrets.
No, they don't.
No,
Andrew,
I'm not talking about the wife. If she wasn't out there like that, you think they know that?
Well, that's what I mean. Andrew's theory isn't wrong, but there could be a flip side to it. And the flip side is I didn't know anything. So the reason I'm comfortable walking around all these people because I ain't know shit. So, you know.
So you married to the motherfucker?
She fine.
She's beautiful, man.
I've never seen her.
I don't know.
With all due respect, she's beautiful.
She look better than Jalen Hurts?
She looked better than Jalen.
No.
I can't believe I'm even.
That's a callback to last episode.
I can't believe I'm even saying this. I can't believe I'm even admitting it, but she looks better than Jalen Hurts.
As soon as you said she fine,
his head popped
Chris
up.
fingers started going crazy on the keyboard. So I know he's looking it up. He got to clear them. Oh, there she go.
Look at Adrian Brody and look at that girl right there in the. Right there.
It's very hard to look pretty standing next to an ugly guy.
The article is blame his ex-wife Georgina Chapman.
Click on that.
Yeah.
Man, usually a pretty woman make you look better.
But nah.
Not in the case of Harvey Weinstein.
He is like, even if you do like him. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's consensual, it's a little. It's like 10% just based on the way his
you know
head
she's
look.
not attracted to him physically.
On, yo.
You know
Come
what I'm saying?
on, yo. The second,
visually, I'm not giving you consent.
like you could be closing your eyes, but the second them eyes open, it's like no.
For financial consent only. All right. My God. I guess. Georgina Chapman, what did it say? Make it bigger, Taylor? Georgina Chapman broke her silence on ex-husband Harvey Weinstein earlier this week, denying any and all knowledge of the behavior he's accused of and saying she's had what I thought was a very happy marriage. Yeah, Anna Wintour wrote a defense of Chapman yesterday calling it wrong to blame her for Weinstein's alleged sexual misconduct. I agree with that.
No, it's not her fault. It's definitely not her fault.
Oh, and it says several accusers are inclined to agree. I agree with that. She probably...
You cannot blame her. She did not do any of these things. Mm-hmm. But you could also go, hey, your presence might make people feel very uncomfortable in this setting where this guy was allegedly... No, convicted, right? He was convicted.
Well, now it went back to the appeals court. They overturned it, and so they have to do the trial over.
Do the whole thing. So
she's a victim too, though. Because she's a victim of infidelity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
You can't really... You can't put that on her.
She's not guilty. She's not guilty. But she is going to be this reminder of this disgusting human being that terrorized people in industry.
Yeah, but she can't wear that jacket. Like, it's nothing on her. It's almost like a basketball wife who they know the player's out doing a thing, but they enjoy the lifestyle, so they just gone. But what if that basketball player was a bunch of girls?
I'm trying to think of.
But you judging her regardless. Look at her and then look at him. Like everybody looked at her and was like, "Oh, she's definitely with him for the money."
Yeah, she is.
Harvey Weinstein don't bag something like that if he's not Harvey Weinstein.
Gold digger.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not even saying she's pretty because that ain't even my type. But like, you know,
she's beautiful. Look at her, right?
She's attractive.
She's stunning.
I guess.
And she got 2 kids with Harvey. God damn! Imagine making them.
What was the problem with his speech that everybody was pissed off
I just
about?
went long.
Who watches the Oscars? I didn't.
Ain't nobody watching that shit.
I didn't even watch the Oscars. I didn't care less. The only thing I saw about the Oscars was the Conan O'Brien Drake joke.
Oh, the online reaction to that? Somehow that shit came back to me.
What you mean?
People blaming me for this shit.
Why?
Because I think Drake's fans were really upset. So then Kendrick fans were like, "Oh, so we allow jokes when Andrew Schulz says it about Kendrick, but when Conan says it about Drake, now it's gone too far."
By the way, that joke don't hit if it's not at the Oscars.
Also, that joke wasn't even funny.
But that's my point. It's shocking to hear at the Oscars. Yeah. That's what it was. Like, oh shit, Conan O'Brien at the Oscars is even referencing Kendrick Lamar, not like us, and blatantly saying, hey, Drake, bring Kendrick out. Drake, it's time to call Drake a pedophile. Like, it's because of the context of what he said.
It was whack.
It wasn't fire.
It's just a bunch of white people in a room laughing, so it looks like they know what's going on.
Yeah,
that's all it was. They're like, if we laugh, we look like we're informed. Yeah, we know about the beef.
That joke don't hit nowhere but the Oscars.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a joke. It's just it was a shock in our moment.
Hey, I bet you they're not going to be clapping if that same joke is made about Harvey Weinstein.
Shut up.
You don't think so? Let's hear it.
Well, we're halfway through the show, which means it's time for Kendrick Lamar to come out and call Drake a pedophile.
It'll be so crazy.
Pause. Real quick, sorry. What if he made the joke, and now it's time for the Best Actress Award. What's it called? Best Actress Award. And we know for a fact that this person wasn't by Harvey Weinstein. Unlike past winners, we know for the fact this one wasn't by Harvey Weinstein. You think that they're clapping and cheers in that shit?
Nah, but the end of that, it'll rip.
That one would go.
That shit'll rip online.
But they probably
the room is gonna be like,
yeah.
But the online, it'll rip. By the way, if Drake is an actual actor in Hollywood, this joke don't go over.
Exactly.
It's like rappers are kind of disposable to that crowd. Rappers that crowd don't care about rappers like that.
And they just all learned about this beef a couple weeks ago at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they don't know.
It's new to them right now.
I'm telling you, it's like
it's gonna be crazy if out of all of this, Conan O'Brien's the one who gets beat up for this. Out of all of this shit we see in the past year, wouldn't it be crazy?
That would be
if
fun.
Conan O'Brien is the one who ends up getting hands put on him.
Son, if Top 5 puts hands on
You know what I'm
Conan
saying?
O'Brien,
Baca has had enough.
Yeah, Baca in Top 5. Next time Conan's in Toronto, they pull up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Beat the brakes off him.
Steal
a bunch
his
of
chain.
owls beating up on Foghorn Leghorn. Can you imagine? Can you imagine,
Yo,
man?
leave Conan alone.
Jesus Christ.
Leave Conan alone.
What is let's go to the Putin's whole thing. This is good. Putin, I want to know what Schulz thinks about this.
Talk to me. Oh, Jasmine.
First of all, thank you for making the back of my head famous. But second of all, if we could do a sequel, if you could tell Donald Trump anything tonight, what would you tell him?
I would tell him to grow a spine and stop being Putin's hoe.
Let me tell you something. Jesse Waters put the battery cables on this last night. First of all, I watch Fox News. I watch everything, right?
Yep.
But if you watch Jesse Waters just for pure entertainment, you're going to laugh all day. So I'm just watching for pure entertainment, right? I wrote down all of this shit because I text somebody last night just to fuck with them. I'm like, yo, because Jesse Waters said that she should run for president, that Jasmine Crockett should run for president. He was being sarcastic.
Yeah.
But this is what, he did a montage yesterday. The montage was, hold on, where's the montage? The montage was, what the fuck? What did I text it to you, Chris?
Oh, yeah.
I texted to you, right?
Yeah, hold on.
And what was it? There was he did a whole montage on Fox News yesterday. And it was, God damn, where is it? Okay. All right, so they did a montage. They had my donkey of the day from yesterday morning, where I was saying that the Democrats, looked like they were playing pickleball, and they all look like a bunch of pickleball paddle polishers. So then he had Jasmine dancing to Not Like Us, Hakeem Jeffries telling Democrats not to protest, Ayanna going at it with the congressman, Stephen Colbert telling Dems to do something, and Simone Sanders and Michael Steele clowning the Dems from last night. And man, I watched that montage and I said to myself, I can totally see why this audience hates Democrats.
Yeah.
It's a psyop. It's literally psychological operations.
Yeah.
And none of the left networks do that. They don't.
No.
Not in that way.
That's not true.
You gotta pull up the montage. It's a comedy bit.
Yeah, The Daily Show, I think, is famous for positioning.
But they're not left media. They're a comedy show. So they're supposed to do that.
Sure, I think that those lines are blurred, but sure.
Their lines are blurred because of how great Jon Stewart is.
Yes.
But I'm talking about the reason that things don't stick from CNN and MSNBC, because they're not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there just watching it.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm like, I can totally see why they look crazy.
If that's the only thing you consume, and all you see is like the most extreme versions of the left, that's what we're going to think every Democrat is.
Exactly.
And it's effective, and that's why John was so effective. I think he effectively positioned conservatives and right-wing people in a way that was, for lack of a better term, deplorable.
Yes.
Right? And he is just so prolific that he can do it really effectively. What I will say about Jasmine, that's how I want to hear Democrats talk.
Goddamn right.
Like, I love that. Like, low key, it's
right.
sticky. It's also relatable. Like, Democrats, you got to stop talking like these Ivy League weirdos who are careful about every single word they use. It's completely unrelatable. A girl that talks like that, tell me you don't feel as a working class American, which is who you really need to get back. Tell me you don't feel relatability to that.
That's what you need to have on Flagrant.
I would love that.
You need to have Jasmine Crockett on Flagrant.
And she might have the balls to actually do it. The rest of them are pussy.
She'll definitely do it. And you know what's so interesting? Jesse Waters last night, he labeled her the face of the Democratic Party. And I know Jesse might have been being funny, but he's right.
Let's go.
Jasmine Crockett is the face of the Democratic Party. There is nobody other than AOC. I got to give AOC props because I like what she's doing right now. Other than AOC, there is nobody that's being objective about the bullshit coming from both sides and willing to talk like that from the Democratic Party.
You need to talk like that. I disagree with the sentiment, but you need to talk like that. I don't think that she's right about the Putin's hoe. One of the tricky things about like litigating things in the public like this, like when you make a deal, right? When you make a deal for a house or whatever, you have to present a price, knowing that the person that you're negotiating with is going to present a higher price, and then you meet at the middle. In the middle of a public negotiation, like this Ukraine thing is, right? You can't be critical at the first price offer because the first price offer is really trying to get the offer from the opposition down. If you criticize the first price offer, you're actually hurting your bargaining power. Now, I understand there's a lot of like currency and value in being critical of it, but this positioning of like, oh, he's being Putin's hoe, I actually genuinely believe that Trump wants to end this fucking war. It's done. No more bodies, stop dying. And this is probably how it's going to end up happening, these border limits that they had just said before. And it's very easy for us in America to be like, oh yeah, let's keep funding it and watching thousands of fucking Ukrainians and Russians die every single day. I think we got to be a little bit more concerned with like saving people's lives than continuing a war that to us, because we are not Ukrainian or Russian, is senseless. So
yeah, I guess it's got to be tricky. I guess, of course, it's tricky for somebody like a Zelenskyy, because ending the war, he don't really have the power to do that, because Putin would have to end the war. If Zelenskyy ends the war, then fucking Putin takes over his country.
That's why you need us and Europe to negotiate with Putin. Like, Zelenskyy should really just be there. Here's the thing. If you can't defend your country by yourself, you're really not in the position to negotiate.
That's true. But should I still treat you like shit just because of that?
It depends. If you do what he did, then yeah. Like, that was incredibly disrespectful.
Do we pay some bills and come back to this? Just for the sake of production on the pod?
Yes, we do.
I think we pay some bills
and
come back to this.
I'll be right back. I'm peeing.
All right. Let's pay some bills, and we'll come back with the Zelenskyy Trump talk. Salute to Robinhood. With Robinhood Gold, you can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on retirement contributions. The privileges of the very privileged are no longer exclusive. With Robinhood Gold, your annual IRA contributions are boosted by 3%. Plus, you also get 4% APY on your cash in non-retirement accounts. That's over 8 times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive your 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk, rate subject to change. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Over 8 times the national average savings account interest rate claim is based on data from the FDIC. As of November 18th, 2024, Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC. And also, salute to Squarespace again. Squarespace, we love y'all, man. Squarespace, you've been supporting Brilliant Idiots for a long time, and we thank you for supporting past episodes and this week's episode of the podcast. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place, all on your terms. Squarespace Payments is the easiest way to manage your payments in one place with Squarespace. Onboarding is fast and simple. Get started in just a few clicks and start receiving payments right away. Plus, give your customers more ways to pay with popular payment methods like Klarna, ACH Direct Debit, Apple Pay, Afterpay, and ClearPay. Measure your end-to-end online performance with powerful website and seller analytics. Get insights on top traffic sources. Understand how your reach is growing. Track sales metrics and learn where to focus new engagement. It's all the data you need to scale your brand or business, fully integrated and clearly displayed. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/idiots to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/idiots to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Let's get back to the show. Church announcement, Schultz, what we got?
Life, baby.
The Life, baby.
Life is out right now on Netflix. Let's go run it up, man. We got to chase down that Kate Hudson show. But we're number 2, man. It's unbelievable. Thank you guys so much for all the kind words. I'm so glad everybody got to watch it, appreciate it, and feel all the feels deeply from the bottom of my heart. I'm so grateful. And yeah, thank you guys so much. So go check out Life. Tell your friends to check out Life. Tell the world to check out Life.
Run it up. Also, church announcements. I got a few, but they're quick. Tamika Mallory, I Live to Tell the Story. That book right now is out, available wherever you buy books, on my book imprint, Black Privilege Publishing, with Simon & Schuster. Anita Kopac's The Win on Her Tongue. That is also out in bookstores wherever you buy books. The great, legendary, iconic Don Staley, Uncommon Favor. That book is available for pre-order right now wherever you buy books. Salute to Don Staley. And Horrible Decisions, No Holds Barred. Their book is also available for pre-order wherever you buy books. But I got to tell y'all, the 3rd annual Black Effect Podcast Festival is happening Saturday, April 26th in Atlanta, Georgia at Pullman Yards. Yes, it is that time of year again. And tickets are on sale for that right now. They went on sale last week, I believe. And we have a great lineup for you this year. We have the Trap Nerds podcast for all the gamers out there. You know, we usually have the Trap Nerds on site, and we have the gaming booth set up, and everybody be over there playing games with them. But they're actually going to be on stage this year doing the Trap Nerds podcast live. Good Moms, Bad Choices podcast will be out there live. Good Moms, Bad Choices. Let me tell you something. When I say women love Good Moms, Bad Choices podcast, they love that podcast because it's for all the women out there who are mothers who still want to have a life too. Mama got to have a life too, okay? So make sure you come to see them. The Naked Sports Podcast with Carrie Champion will also be on that podcast stage live. Salute to the good sister Carrie Champion. The R&B Money Podcast with Tank and Jay Valentine. You always see their clips going viral. You watch a lot of the R&B Money Podcast. You can see them live in Atlanta, Saturday, April 26th. Tank and Jay Valentine. And Sarah Jakes Roberts will be there doing her Woman Evolve podcast live, okay? Oh, man. Listen, this is a lineup that I know for a fact is bringing a lot of women out. So, guys, you know what to do. Saturday, April 26th, if you in Atlanta, all the straight guys, okay? All the straight guys, the gay guys are welcome too, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling you that there's gonna be a lot of women there, okay?
Listen, all the straight guys in Atlanta, both of you, come out to the Black Effect Podcast Summit.
3rd annual, baby. You know, and we're gonna have the Black Effect Marketplace again this year. You know, we're gonna have the food truck court. Nissan will be there with your Pitch Your Podcast. Pitch Your Podcast booth again. So we'll see you, man. Saturday, April 26th. 3rd annual Black Effect Podcast Festival. Go to blackeffect.com/podcast festival. It's sold out the last couple of years. God willing, we sell out again this year, man. So we see you there. Let's get back to the show.
Zelenskyy.
Donald Trump. Thoughts? Let's play. You want to play it? Let's play.
Yeah, sure.
Play it, Taylor. You got it? Let's play it.
The Al Green?
No.
Oh.
When Zelenskyy and Trump was going at it.
No, not that one.
When Zelenskyy and Trump was going at it. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. Causes too much world instability.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
I was watching Bill Maher. I think it was the same week of the situation. And who was on there? It was Rahm Emanuel and the guy who used to have the show on CNN, Fark.
So when I saw Rahm Emanuel on there, bro, talking this shit about like, we need to get, he said a fire bar. I loved it. He says, we need to get, he was talking about the importance of like making sure you focus on school and education and grades. Mm-hmm. He goes, get out of the bathrooms and into the classrooms. In other words, like leave the identity politics, trans bathroom shit and like make sure these kids are learning. But I also think when he was the ambassador to Tokyo, he was like specifically trying to get them to do like trans plays or some shit.
That's what I'm saying. See, the thing about the Democrats now, some of them you can't take serious. Because where was all of this common sense when it wasn't popular?
Yeah.
When it wasn't popular in your party. Like now that they see politically, it cost them, now they all pivoting. So what are you doing? You're just playing politics.
Exactly.
What did you actually believe? Did you always think this shit was silly?
So then say that so we could trust you. But if you don't say it, it's going to be very difficult for us to trust you.
I would love to see somebody go on TV and be like, look, man, finally, I can tell you what I can tell you what I really feel about this shit. Just say it. I know it wasn't good for us politically to say it, but now that we know how bad it cost us, I never was with that shit.
Yo, we will trust that person.
Yo, it's okay to admit you was wrong. No. But don't just pivot and act like you knew this all along.
Not only is it okay to admit you're wrong, it is what allows us to connect to you.
That's right.
We will give you shit, of course, and you got to go through a little shit. But the fact that you acknowledge you're wrong will make me feel like you're a real human. And I, at the end of the day, want to connect with a real fucking human.
And I know everybody out there right now is saying, well, Donald Trump never admits that he's wrong. The winner never has to.
Facts. You're right.
The winner don't have to.
The loser got to.
The loser got to.
Yeah.
The winner don't have to admit that they were wrong. They
won. It's a great
won.
distinction.
They won.
It's a great distinction.
So clearly what I'm doing is working.
Yeah.
Let's play this, Taylor. This is Trump and Zelenskyy in the Oval Office.
Trump's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No. You've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning. You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
you haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this cabinet.
We gave you, through
I
this
said
stupid president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military equipment, and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about West?
If you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me.
equipment,
You invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days. This is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I tell you.
Just say thank you.
I said a lot of times to American people.
Accept that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long.
This was interesting. Trump said the reason he wanted to do this out in the open is because they've been having these conversations behind the scenes, and it's been this.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that either.
I believe that this meeting was, sorry to cut you, go.
No, and he said he just wanted American people to see what was going on, or just the world to see what was going on, because he's using the pressure of the media to make Zelenskyy move.
So
the way he wants him to move.
That could be the case, and you could be 100% right. And then that makes sense, this meeting a little bit. What I thought this was supposed to be a PR event. They had a mineral deal. They were going to come acknowledge the mineral deal. They're going to sign the mineral deal together. We have a big press event, and it looks like we're in it to win it, and we're locked in arms, and we're going to get some benefit out of all this money that we're putting into the Ukraine. And then it looked like Zelenskyy did a little bait and switch. Again, that could be wrong. It could be what you just proposed with Trump. But the way that I interpreted it emotionally was Zelenskyy knew he wasn't going to sign that shit and used this as an opportunity to litigate it in front of the American media. And it really backfired because the knee-jerk reaction, I think, from a lot of Americans was like, yo, we're giving you all this money and you kind of telling us what we can or can't do. And then he says the wildest shit, which is, you don't have to worry about it now, but you in the future, you will have to worry about it. Meaning like
somebody's going to invade America.
It's like, yo,
which could be possible.
Yo, yeah, but that you're not in the position to tell us what we should be afraid of when we're giving you money and we're giving you weapons.
China said this week they ready for whatever type of war America wants. Tariff war. The shit was actually really gangster. He said tariff war, this type of war. He said any type of war you want, we ready for. Listen, I don't know, bro.
Every city got a Chinatown. I keep telling you.
Yeah, China different. China different, bro.
Well, all right, how they different?
China different because
how they different?
China different because the war that they gonna fight is not gonna be a physical war. It's gonna be America's so easy to cripple.
Yo, everybody in China, if instead of fighting a war, y'all get to move here and open dry cleaners. Done.
Oh my
China,
God.
when y'all decide to attack us, just know it wasn't me.
Yep.
So
I'm just saying.
Get Schultz's social security number and all of that stuff.
The second
wipe his bank account clean.
Leave my bank account.
But that's the type of shit they'll do.
Yeah.
Bank it, wake up, $0. Like, what? You know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the type of shit China will do. Man, I was watching Bill Maher one night. It wasn't this week I was talking about. The guy was talking about it. I told you this, Chris. It was Mo Brooks. Mo, that's his name, right? Or Max Brooks.
I think it's Mo.
Mo, Max and Mo Brooks. It's Mel Brooks' son. He was saying how, look, man, if they do things like, privatize.
The guy who wrote World War Z?
Mel Brooks' son.
Is that the guy who wrote World War Z?
Yeah. He was like, yo, if they do stuff like privatize the FAA, and like, somebody like, they go in business with somebody like China for that, and then China puts all their malware and software on the planes, and then China's like, we're about to invade Taiwan, and America's like, no, you're not. And then China's like, it would be a shame if 1,000 planes just fell out the sky right now.
It would be.
That's the type of shit China gonna do.
Yo, we could do shit too.
Yeah.
We could do shit that really affects them as well.
Well, we don't need that.
Say again?
We don't need that. None of us need that, is my point.
What do you mean none of us need that?
None of us need it. The world does not need this kind of instability. And that was the other thing I was getting to on what they was talking about on Bill Maher with Rahm Emanuel. They were saying that when you watch America and how they treat Ukraine, when you watch America and what they're saying, how they're treating Canada, they're like, can our allies trust America at this current moment? So they say you're about to see a whole bunch of nuclear proliferation. that the right word?
Yeah.
Yeah, nuclear proliferation all across the country. I mean, across the world.
Yeah.
So all of these countries that did not have nuclear weapons are going to start building nuclear weapons and exploring more nuclear technology. And the ones who do have them are going to have more just because they don't feel like they can trust America.
Yeah.
We don't need that.
Yeah. Yeah, making the nuke was the dumbest thing that we ever did.
Oh, my God.
Because it's the only thing that allows a small country to have some level of equality. Like, we would never even listen to fucking North Korea if they didn't have a nuke. But the fact that they do, now we got to kind of listen to what the fuck they're saying. If we didn't have nukes, it would really just be, I mean, it's already America, but like no country would even be able to come close because you're not invading us. In order to invade us, you either got to come through Canada or Mexico. You're not. You got to travel your entire army through the ocean. If you do even get through the ocean, we got 2 oceans. We got connected on both sides. The middle of the country is all food. We could do whatever. It's like impossible to invade us.
Yeah, but they would never do that. If you think these countries haven't already invaded us?
How'd they invade us?
With all of this misinformation online?
Yeah.
You don't think there's already a psychological war that's been happening, a digital war that's been happening? Like, China said it was prepared to fight any type of war with the U.S. If war is what the U.S. wants, be it a tariff war, a trade war, or any other type of war, we're ready to fight till the end.
I hope you're ready.
Tell you.
You better be ready.
Sleep
You need to watch
in
Lead the World
Chinatown.
Behind.
Say again?
You need to watch Lead the World Behind.
Why?
Watch Lead the World Behind.
Why?
Watch it.
But why?
Why? Have you seen Lead the World? You never seen Lead the World Behind? Have you seen Lead the World Behind? You know who executive produced Lead the World Behind?
Who?
President Barack Obama. Hold on, I'm gonna read.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that the? It's a film. It's a film starring. Oh God, the fuck is his name?
Yes, Lead the World Behind.
Yeah. There's that big boat crash in the beginning, and they're like out in the Hamptons or something like that. I watched it. I saw it.
3-step process, right? And it's a 3-step process that refers to a hypothetical scenario where a catastrophic event unfolds, initially with a power outage, followed by a breakdown of communication, and finally a complete societal collapse. So basically, they show you in this movie how to destabilize a country. So the 3 steps: power outage. The story begins with a sudden and unexplained blackout across the East Coast, disrupting the lives of the characters at their vacation home. Communication breakdown. As the power outage persists, phone networks and internet access become unavailable, isolating the characters from the outside world and creating a sense of confusion and fear. Societal collapse. With no information about the cause of the blackout or how to respond, anxieties escalate, potentially leading to widespread panic and breakdown of social order, leaving the characters to navigate the new reality on their own. And we forget, at the end of that movie, they didn't show us this, but it was just civil unrest. Everybody just started storming the Capitol and storming their federal buildings in their respective cities.
So we could do that same shit over there.
No, we took each other out.
I'm saying we could do that over there.
You think so? I think China's more disciplined than us, bro.
You don't think that we could fuck some shit up in China, bro?
Yes, 100%. But I think China's more disciplined than us in the fact that we, as a nation, are so divided that we would take each other out because we wouldn't know what the fuck is going on. And what do Americans love to do?
What's that?
Blame each other for the problem.
But we could do the exact same thing over there. We could throw a whole bunch of Koreans in there. They have no fucking clue. The Koreans start attacking them, starting the unrest. Listen.
Korean
there's tons of
Pro is crazy. Korean Pro is crazy.
See how it starts racist and then gets really historically accurate and clever? That's just a beautiful joke. You gotta give us some time to cook.
Give us some time.
No, but what I'm saying is we could pass like crazy legislation out there that would like cause unbelievable civil unrest, and then there's nothing they could do about it. They'd be fighting themselves for years. We could make illegal, and then literally 2 weeks later, there'd be nothing but, there would probably be a civil war out there.
But Chris, what do you think of all of this, Chris?
About what?
What we're saying.
In general, all of this.
Yeah.
You can't do to China what Russia's done to us because China controls their state media and social media with an iron fist. They're very aware of what social media can do, and that's why they control it, and they don't let any story get out that they don't want to get out. So
great point.
That's the big problem with China. In terms of Zelenskyy, you know, we're leaving out a lot of context. You brought up nuclear weapons. I mean, I believe at one point Ukraine was the 3rd largest holder of nuclear weapons.
Let's look it up.
Convinced them to give it up in turn for promising support continuously.
It's actually not completely true.
What was it? I don't know it that well.
Because I thought that was the deal. I thought we signed an actual agreement, and apparently we didn't even sign an agreement, and then it was wiped away by the next administration. So it wasn't this.
They did give up nuclear weapons in 1990.
They did give up nuclear weapons, but I understand Zelensky's concern that he voiced here, and I think it's a valid concern, which is, so Trump is basically saying this: hey, we got this deal with you for the next however many years for this mineral deal. And if we have a deal with you, it's in our best interest to make sure that nothing happens to your country. So that's going to give you protection. Now, Zelensky's going, yeah, but that's your administration. What if the next administration comes in and goes, I don't give a fuck about that mineral deal. Let's move. How do we get actual assurances that we're going to be safe? I think that's a reasonable concern.
I agree.
That should be negotiated behind closed doors, not in front of the American media.
Can we add something else to that?
Can I just one more thing? And it shouldn't be negotiated in front of the American media because it makes Zelenskyy look bad. Not that, what I'm saying, when I'm being critical of Zelenskyy, I'm saying, as a leader, what he did was bad for his country and his cause because it limits and reduces American support. He did look ungrateful. And the average American with that knee-jerk emotional response to that goes, hold on, we've given this guy $300 billion and I can't even buy eggs, and he's telling us that we got to be worried about invasion?
I will say there's context, right? Because I watched pretty much all of the press thing.
Yeah.
Zelenskyy didn't start doing that until Zelenskyy was trying to explain to them Putin hasn't honored any of these stuff.
Yeah.
He didn't honor the ceasefire.
Do it behind closed doors, though. Don't agree to come to the meeting that's just this PR event where you get to sign the deal, and then before signing the deal, start barking about how the deal doesn't work for you.
But
I think
I think he was simply trying to say what you just said. How do I know Putin's going to agree to this stuff?
I'm saying I agree with his sentiment, but do it behind closed doors.
But that was Trump, though. That's Trump and
But he doesn't have to agree to it. He could be like, listen, I don't want to do this deal.
I don't got no choice. You got me by the pussy. You've literally got me by the ball. I don't know. My country is getting torn apart. People are dying. Yeah. I don't have a choice. If y'all cut off, our resources as far as the military is concerned, we screwed.
Well, then what ended up happening? What I'm saying is it was a political miscalculation on his part. And you know that it's a political miscalculation because Trump cut off the funding.
I just think it's hard to play politics in a situation like that. I don't disagree with you, but it's kind of hard.
This shit is hard.
I don't even know what that situation would be like, to be a leader of a country, to have to go to somebody to get resources to continue to keep these people out of your motherfucking country. Yeah. I don't even know what that would feel like. It's easy to say how you should how your temperament should be, but damn.
Not that. You cannot do that. You have to be incredibly grateful, and you have to negotiate any of that part of the deal behind closed doors. And then if you don't have that deal ready to go, you can't go in front of the cameras. You got to say behind closed doors, Mr. President, we're incredibly grateful.
Then you got Trump saying this will make great TV. It's like, God, I don't know. People over here dying.
I don't know for a fact that he said that.
Been incredibly grateful.
Say again?
Do you think Israel's been incredibly grateful for the money we continue to send them?
I mean, I would love to get into this conversation if you would like it.
Let me hit the gong from the other side. Enter Dove.
so
Netanyahu comes to Congress and berates people.
And what is this? I mean, you're making the best argument right now. What is the sentiment towards Israel in America?
Well, it depends who you ask, I guess.
Come on, Chris. Be honest, Chris.
Negative, it feels to me
right
now.
So, do you think that is...
The money hasn't gotten turned off.
But if the sentiment... All it takes is enough sentiment and money goes.
Nah, not for Israel.
I don't think so.
I think so, 100%.
Nah, not for Israel.
They paid $100 million to keep that.
Not for
Politics are a reflection of culture. But to your point, that methodology, what he's doing and the confidence in which he's doing with, has turned off Americans. It hasn't turned on Americans. So clearly, that form of politics is not gaining American support for the Israeli cause. I think we can agree on that.
On the far left, I think on the far right it has.
Actually, I think the far right is also disillusioned by Israel. I think the only people that are supporting Israel are the neocons, and I don't consider them the far right. I consider them almost like the traditional right. The far right are the ones that are going, Israel did JFK. They're the ones that are going, they killed JFK. Israel did 9/11. Israel controls the weather.
Where it gets so far right that it almost comes back around to far left.
The point is,
you're riling Michael Rappaport up right now.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, he knows he deals with those motherfuckers every single day. So the point is, that form of politics is not being effective. And if I'm a leader of a country, what I want to do is, and I'm using a movie reference, please forgive me for this, but there's that movie, I forget exactly what it is, where the leader of was it? I don't know if it is the king or something like that of England comes to America and like eats a hot dog.
Right.
Do you remember that movie?
No.
I forget. And it's basically like, how do I, an English person, convince America, a country of German and Italian immigrants, to join and support us during World War II when we are fighting the Germans and the Italians? Right. How do I get American sentiment for this cause? I have to meet them where they are. I have to make them feel like we connect and we're similar and our values are more connected than these Germans and these Italians.
So you eat a glizzy?
He gobbled that.
Damn.
So what I'm saying is, Zelenskyy got to suck it up when he comes here. You know what I mean? Like, he got to do what he got to do. Nah, B.
That was an ambush.
Nah, B. All right. I mean, listen, I'm not saying that it potentially isn't an ambush, but there's a way to handle yourself in that ambush, and it's not to essentially talk over and insult and then low-key, like, threaten what could happen to America in the future. I think it's fair for us to sit here.
Was that a threat, though?
It's only a threat if he's threatening.
Yeah.
No. Guys. Okay.
Warning.
Maybe the discussion is this. Do you think he could have done it better in any way?
Yeah. Well,
I think it's very. If you can't even acknowledge that,
he tried to hijack the moment. I think it was an ambush. So
okay, let's say it was an ambush.
I gotta think about that. Do I think he could have tried to do it better than any way? Yeah, but I'll tell you why. Because usually we see these things behind the scenes. You don't really see anybody kiss ass on camera. People try to avoid that. When you need something from somebody, that's not what you want to show people on camera.
Charlamagne,
I think it's like being in high school, right? Or being on social media. Me and you might be having a conversation, but then when you bring somebody else in, everybody starts performing.
Charlamagne, let me just
shit like that should not be on camera.
If you give me $300 billion, you don't even need to get a Brazilian wax the way I'm gonna kiss your ass. It is the amount of ass kissing that you're gonna get from me if you give me $300 billion.
Would you suck the dick? Kissing ass is all right. That said nothing.
Listen,
I'm deep throat, glizzy gobbling.
I can't say I'm gonna do that.
On camera.
My whole country got to die.
You got a daddy.
My whole country
Larry
gotta
Legend
die.
still living.
My whole country got to die. Listen,
that's what I'm saying.
Now I will say,
that's what I'm saying.
My dad does have dementia. He'll forget about it. But somebody's gonna remind him every single day, and that is a problem. I don't need my dad learning every single day.
And that's what Trump wanted. Trump wanted his dick sucked in front of the world.
Yeah,
bro.
but you not in the position to not suck.
Damn.
It is a.
And now you know why Harvey Weinstein was Harvey Weinstein. This is exactly.
That's
now
funny.
You know why he was able to get away with so much.
Turn the AC up, please.
For so long.
Please.
This is why he was able to have his way in Hollywood for so long. Because of this. Because of that mentality. It's the truth, though.
Nah, you're right.
No, I agree with you. He should have did it behind closed doors. I think they were being hella disrespectful to him even before the argument happened because
they don't respect him.
Yeah, like even the media guys talking about his outfit and shit like that. I'm like, yo,
it is crazy. Like,
you gotta. This is the
but
president.
Apparently they told him to wear a suit.
Yes, but
and then he purposely doesn't wear a suit. It's just like everything is about pushing back. Everything is about. It's like, dude, you got to stop with the ego. You are asking for money. Your country cannot defend itself without our help. So you need to show a little bit of humility. And if it's wearing a suit in the Oval Office as requested, you wouldn't wear a suit for $300 billion to save the people of your country's lives?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but
100%.
Trump made a little joke about it, but you saw how the media guy was like berating him.
Yeah,
like that was fucked up.
It just feels
like you shouldn't
weird.
Talk to any president like that.
I agree with you.
I understand what everybody in this room was saying. It just feels weird to have to play the game for something like this.
Yo,
it's not.
I agree.
We're not talking about like
I agree.
I'm trying to sell a TV show.
No,
you know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
It just feels weird for somebody to have to play the game.
They wanted him to do the shit where like the rapper got to spit their album.
They want him to dance on the table. Yeah, rap on the table. Yeah, man. It's
and
like
he was like, I don't want to do it. But remember,
but why do they want him to do that?
Because they want to sign him to a 360.
Yeah.
But
they literally they want the mineral rights. They want like.
So you don't think it's nothing to him being Putin's hoe?
No, I genuinely do not believe that Trump is Putin's hoe. What I do believe, and it is concerning, is that I think underestimating Putin is a foolish endeavor. So there's a version where Putin goes, this Zelenskyy guy is never going to quit. I have to find a way to get in the good graces of Trump and make Zelenskyy look like a villain to the American people. So if I am kind and understanding to Trump and make it look like I will stop this war to Trump and give him hope, and then Zelenskyy will not acquiesce because Zelenskyy knows I actually really won't stop the war, Zelenskyy will fuck him in front of the American people. The American people will sour on Zelenskyy. The money will stop going to Zelenskyy, and then I can do whatever I want.
Then Russia just takes over.
That is. But look. In order to accomplish that, look what Putin has to do. Putin has to, I don't want to say suck Trump's dick, but he got to be sweet and like, yes, Trump, and you do control this, and we can. He got to bend over a little bit to Trump in order to accomplish the greater goal. Zelenskyy wasn't willing to bend over a little bit to accomplish the greater goal. And there's a reason why Putin's been in control of a country for fucking 30 years or whatever it is. And Zelenskyy is right now lost the support of the most important people to him on the planet, which is the American backers.
Are you letting somebody put the tip of their dick in your asshole?
To
save your country. In front of people, on camera. You got to let me just put the tip in.
I think there's
I might not go all the way, but I'm gonna put the tip of my dick in your asshole
to save my country.
A leader has to.
Who are we at war against? China?
It's Zelenskyy, and we're talking about Zelenskyy Trump.
I tell you one thing,
it ain't the Chinese doing the fucking.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it for Nigeria. I'll tell you that much. Hey, I'm gonna go. Yo, Lagos got this one, boys. I'm sorry.
I go back to my point. I just don't think. I just feel like this is a weird thing to do to somebody who's fighting for their country. Like, you don't want war. You don't want war. You want to keep things stable all across the world. This isn't the way to do it. On either side.
When did Dems become the war hawks?
Either side.
Why is it the Republicans are trying to stop the war and Dems are like, nah, we gotta fight. We gotta put fucking boots on the ground. Like, I don't want war. I don't want to support it. I don't want these people to be killed out there. I don't want to be funneling hundreds of billions of dollars into this place when Americans can't afford eggs. If Americans can afford eggs and everybody in America got a PlayStation 5 and everybody could pay their rent and everybody could eat healthy, yeah, let's throw some bucks over there for Ukraine.
I want to say something to Americans. Y'all got to stop with this egg shit.
No.
I'm going to tell you why. No,
Don't do it now.
No, I'm going to tell you why. Because y'all motherfuckers be saying y'all can't afford eggs, but y'all can afford the goddamn iPhone. iPhone announced some new shit today that's folding up. They got the new foldable iPhone. I bet you everybody going to have that motherfucker. You can go to the poorest communities in America and people got motherfucking iPhones.
A lot of times they give it to you for free to get you in a contract.
No, they've been cut that out.
Oh, they don't?
Nah, free iPhones? They used to do the Obama phones back in the day.
You only buy an iPhone once for the year or two. You buy eggs every day.
And by the way, I looked up the price of eggs. Where are they sky high at?
No, they're sky high.
No, it's crazy.
Must be in New York because they selling them Lucy's and Bodega. I can still give me a dozen eggs in Jersey for $5.
Nah.
Who?
New York, you're looking at 14 for a good one.
You're not getting eggs for $5. Those aren't eggs.
And you shouldn't be eating the $5 eggs.
That's not chicken eggs.
Pasteurized,
that's rat eggs. Yeah, that's rat eggs or something other shit.
I don't know.
I'm
just saying, because I don't know. I'm just saying that like we spend a lot of money on a lot of shit, bro.
Yeah,
to be complaining about eggs. I ain't never heard people love eggs this much.
Yo, let's subsidize eggs.
This is your awfulness. You're disconnected.
No,
you too rich. You don't understand.
Time out. They're using eggs as a metaphor for food. They should just say the cost of groceries is high.
Nah.
Instead of just pinpointing eggs.
Can I tell Democrats one thing that they should do right now?
What?
Democrats build a wall. Democrats need a slogan.
Mm-hmm.
Build a wall was amazing because it encapsulated a lot of the frustration of the right? In one sentence, build a wall.
See, I didn't know that was a record high.
Eggs are $1.
But look at that. U.S. egg price hit a record high of $4.95.
Democrats, say this. We're making eggs $1. Eggs or $1 is your build a wall. And I cannot even tell you how many people are going to come and support the Democratic Party. If you go eggs or $1, the government's going to subsidize them like we do corn, like we do rice, like we do dairy. Eggs are $1.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What was the price of eggs before it hit this record high of $4.95?
I don't buy groceries. It's
Me
a woman's
neither.
job.
So why are we lying? That's my point.
That's a woman's job.
I don't even know.
That's a woman's job.
I didn't even know. I'm like, eggs is expensive. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Why are we lying?
It's a woman's job.
You sound dumb saying
I don't know what the price of
But
egg was before.
these women are furious about the price of eggs, bro.
I Googled.
They're furious about the price of eggs.
I Googled this morning. I'm like, what the fuck is the price of eggs? That's how I knew they were $4.95. I'm like, $4.95 for 12 sounds like a good deal. Clearly, that wasn't always the case.
Go to Whole Foods, try to buy some eggs for $4.95.
Why are you going to Whole Foods?
Because it's down the block.
Go to Acme, fucking ShopRite, Wegmans.
Charla, you gotta eat better.
All right, okay.
No, I'm saying the quality, like you gotta put good eggs in your system.
I grew up fucking getting eggs right out the fucking pussy. Or wherever the fuck they come from. But listen, all I'm simply saying is $4.95. I agree with you. Dems need a slogan. Not only do Dems need a slogan, Dems need a fucking plan.
Eggs are $1. And your plan is working class people. You need to help working class people. Simple as that. Eggs are $1. We're building housing in every single city in America, affordable housing in every single city in America. We are building it ourselves.
What is going to be Republicans' messaging in the next 6 months?
It's going to be rough.
Yes.
Well, what the Republicans are doing is they're going to kick out all the people that would build the affordable housing so they can't do it. That's genius.
Not only
That's genius.
Not only that, when you're putting tariffs on every motherfucking thing and causing the cost of basic daily goods to shoot up, groceries, gas, like that's everything you said the Democrats was fucking up. So when you do this, what's your messaging going to be in the next 6 months?
I'm curious about this because they have to sleep in the bed that they make. So if their decisions with the tariffs and all these other things negatively impact the lives of working class citizens, the Democrats have an opportunity to swoop in.
No.
Oh, God, why not?
I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
Republicans are playing a very interesting game because they're playing, it's like trying out a new offense because you know the other team's defense sucks.
That's right. That's a good ass point.
I can fuck up, I can fumble. I know they can't recover the goddamn
that's
ball.
a great ass point.
I can try this person at this position. I can try this person at this position. We can just fucking run through them because they don't have no fucking defense to stop us.
They don't even have one person to be president.
Not one.
Son, the next Democratic president also is going to be doing first take. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? Is that the next Democratic hopeful also got to wake up every morning and be like, LeBron's not as good as Jordan. Every single morning, you got to do that shit.
Man, I saw Bill Maher say that the next Democratic ticket, I don't know if he was being funny, but he had a real whole breakdown about it during New Rules.
What is that?
John Fetterman and Pete Buttigieg. That ain't going to do it, bruh. That ain't going to do it. And I like both of them. But
who's president?
John's the top of the ticket and Pete's the bottom. He did. That's how he had it. He had John at the top of the ticket and Pete at the bottom.
I think Stephen A. got a chance, man.
Man, no.
Stephen A.'s the closest. And I didn't think so either, but he's the closest. But he just got $100 million from ESPN, so I don't know if that's going to happen.
Listen, the Democrats are in such shambles, and I've said this a million times. When it comes to the economy, the Republicans are going to fumble. It's inevitable. Like, and any economist told us this, and according to Elon and according to Trump, they know it's going to be some despair. They've said it. Yeah. Elon said it's going to be a hard period. Trump said it at the State of the Union the other day. It's going to be, what did you say? What did the words he used? It's going to be
a little disturbance.
I can't remember the exact word he used. But they're admitting that times are going to be super, 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 super tough. Mm-hmm. So they're going to fumble. But the Democrats don't have anybody to recover the fucking ball.
And that's why you need that messaging, and you need it now.
But you don't think if it gets bad enough, they don't even really need messaging. They can win on change.
Because we've already given Democrats the opportunity and the chance. I think a more stable Republican would win over a Democrat in 2020. No. Give me a regular, traditional conservative. I think they would win in 2020. Yeah.
I think if people are feeling it in their pockets, they're going to just reject everything that this side is doing.
No, because it's enough.
Well, the other one has to come with the right messaging. I think that his point is fucking genius. They can take the risks because the Democrats haven't offered up anything of value that's going to satisfy the desires of the working class Americans. Until they do that, the Republicans take as many risks as they want. The second they do that, the Republicans got to tighten shit up. So I don't know why they're waiting so long. It seems so weird, like the Democrats.
What do you mean waiting? I can't build what I don't have. Want me to build with? I don't have nothing. I don't have anything to build.
Got the game plan
and it's still too early.
What's the game plan, Chris?
The New Deal.
Okay.
It's catchy. It's got a slogan.
What is it though?
Trump's stripping down every, federal building, federal workers, firing people. We're going to follow the New Deal of the 30s, which was we're going to triple down on it.
Which didn't actually work, but it did raise confidence and sentiment in the people.
People need jobs. There are no fucking jobs out there right now. And cutting jobs.
Well, there's about to be a lot of fucking jobs. If you're kicking all these illegals out, you're going to have a lot of fucking jobs.
No, you're not. I'm building robots.
Say again?
I'm building fucking robots.
I don't know if
it's going from
the New
SA
Deal,
to AI.
we're going to add 1 million federal jobs the next year. 1 million federal jobs. Good jobs, health benefits, stability. You can plan for the future. You can build around it. You know, we're going to have you out there building construction. We're going to have you cleaning up the highways, whatever it takes. You've got a federal job and it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And you can bank on that. It's the New Deal.
Do you think people will have confidence in that if, like you're saying during this administration, they could just fire anybody the moment they want?
We're going to hire everybody back plus 10 times that.
I think that's a great idea, Chris. I just don't think people have confidence in Democrats in any way, shape, or form.
They don't. And they actually do think that there's government inefficiency and bloat, and they want to mop that shit up. This is what...
they can't even capitalize on all Elon's fuck-ups. The fact that Elon's firing all of these people, then having to rehire them, the fact that that Doge is struggling with errors and they're deleting billions from their list of savings, showing that those numbers were inflated.
They've done polling on this, and people still support Doge. It's the majority of the people that are still supporting Doge.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because they don't know how Doge is fucking up, because Democrats don't know how to message it. The only people who know how much Doge is fucking up is the federal workers who've been getting fired. You know what I would have did if I was the Democrats at the State of the Union? I would have went and got the federal workers who are MAGA. The same ones who are going to these Republican town halls every day, I would have had them there in MAGA gear, and I would have let them be disruptive. I would have told them, hey, treat this like y'all been treating these Republican town halls. My favorite thing to watch nowadays is the Republican town halls. I love watching those Republican town halls because these are people who voted for Donald Trump, who voted for MAGA, who are simply up there upset and expressing themselves to their local government officials. That's how democracy is supposed to work. So bring them into the fucking chamber of Congress while the president is there and say, tell him what you've been saying in these town halls for the past few weeks. Fuck all of that.
And now they're going to stop doing town halls because they keep going so bad.
Well, Mike Johnson told them don't do that.
Yeah.
First they said they were, but then they told them don't do that.
Oh, really?
That's what I would have done. Fuck all of that holding up the goddamn pickleball paddles and all that other stupid shit. By the way, because you know why? Nobody wants to hear Democrats complain about Republicans, just like nobody wants to hear Republicans complain about Democrats.
Address problems, not the opposition. Talk to me in my problems. Don't talk to me about the opposition.
And people automatically think you're coming with bias. If I'm a Democrat, I don't need Democrats complaining about Republicans right now. The Republicans are complaining about
I get exhausted
right
now when I hear Trump be like, and this was really bad because of Biden, and Biden was like, I don't care about that, yo, we're done with that.
You're in the White House, that's right.
Exactly.
That's
so
right.
we don't need to learn about Biden. We need you to address what I'm feeling right now. And we also need you to give us an Ask an Idiot, because I got to get home to my daughter immediately.
Did we already do all the ads?
Yeah, I did them all.
Right. That was Brilliant Idiots Political Talk for the week, okay? We do that just for the right-wing pages on X, right? Okay? You motherfuckers are hell too, goddamn, by the way.
Guys, this episode has also been brought to you by Chime. When you open a Chime checking account, you're one step closer to a better financial future. With no maintenance fees, fee-free overdraft up to $200, or getting paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit, making progress has never been easier. And if you ever want access to your pay before payday, you can use MyPay to get up to $500 of your pay before payday with no mandatory fees or interest. Learn more at chime.com/idiots. I'm telling you right now, Chime is what you have to do. It's going to protect you, especially with those overdraft fees. I'm telling you right now, a Chime checking account helps you make progress with fee-free overdraft up to $200. Your next deposit is applied to your balance. It will protect you. Just set up qualifying direct deposits, sign up for Spot Me, and Chime will spot you up to $200 when you exceed your balance. Chime never charges fees or interest for using Spot Me. To date, Chime has spotted members over $30 billion. So make progress towards a better financial future with Chime. Open your account in 2 minutes at chime.com/idiots. That's chime.com/idiots. Chime feels like progress. This is a mandatory disclosure. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. Members FDIC. Spot Me eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Fees apply at out-of-network ATMs. MyPay eligibility requirements apply. Credit limits range from $20 to $500. $2 fee applies to get funds instantly. Chime checking account required. Go to chime.com/disclosures for more details. This episode has also been brought to you by Blue Chew. Blue Chew, man, you already know what it is. Hard dick season is among us, okay? Maybe during winter, the chicks put up with that flimsy, wobbly little gummy bear you had, but not during spring and summer. We're coming into the hot months, and you need to be putting down the pound town, okay? The way you're gonna do that is with the Chew. All right, same active ingredient that's inside Viagra or Cialis, but you don't want to use that antiquated old bullshit. What are you, a 75-year-old person in a retirement home? No, you're off the Chew, and you letting that red rocket fly, okay? How are you going to get it? You can go to bluechew.com, use the promo code IDIOTS. You're going to get your first month free. All you got to do is pay $5 shipping. You are welcome. Now let's get back to the show.
Let's do some Asking Idiots. Cachito Mixviv says, would you rather be a Fraggle maggot in a MAGA rally or a mandingo at a Diddy party? Oh, easy call. Easy call. Fraggle maggot at a MAGA rally. Because you don't know I'm a Fraggle maggot.
I'm surprised he said that.
Why? Why would I want to be a mandingo at a Diddy party?
You love dick, so.
Why do I love dick?
You always talking about how you want
you
big
do
dick,
have a
so
dick fixation.
fuck the Diddy party. You just saw Mandingo.
You wouldn't want that big dick at the Diddy party?
No, that's like having a fucking walking around with a goddamn charcuterie board in your fucking pants. What's that shit called? Charcuterie board in your fucking
Nah, but
pants.
think about it. You
had a Diddy party with that big shit swinging, motherfuckers just grabbing it, trying to take a little sample.
But
No.
at the Diddy party, you're Fleece Johnson.
Nah, bruh. At least if I'm at a MAGA rally as a Fraggle maggot, I'm just there.
And also your songs coming on YMCA.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. It's a little bit more comfortable
but
environment.
you could be.
I think Trump does that just to fucking see who's a Fraggle maggot at his goddamn rally. I really do. Why else? He does the YMCA and he jerks off too. That's his way of fucking
flirting.
feeling the MAGA.
Yeah.
The Make America Gay Again crowd? Because there's a
Yeah.
Make America Gay Again section. That's MAGA, right? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but you could be the mandingo at the Diddy party, not do nothing.
No, you can't.
The same way you could be the Fraggle maggot at the.
No, you can't.
What will they try to do to you?
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna be playing that shit like a flute.
You know what I'm saying? You think you're just gonna walk around that big ass dick at a Diddy party?
Bro.
Isn't that fun for y'all?
What you mean,
What?
fun?
Why do you think so fun for us?
This shit is a burden. This shit is a burden. Okay? What's another question?
Abdon.caa. This is a good one. What is the biggest lie you told yourself to sleep better at night?
Yeah, she didn't orgasm, but it was enjoyable the rest of the time.
You got to stop. You're going to shit yourself one day, man.
One day.
I don't think you can. I think if you lie to yourself, you can't sleep at night. I think that's why I wrote the book, Get Honest or Die Lying. Like, you have to tell yourself the truth.
Live
even
your
if
truth.
it's harsh. Even if you look in that mirror after talking to your therapist and you got to tell yourself the harsh truth and you cry yourself to sleep, it is better than lying to yourself. I don't know anybody who's lying to themselves that sleeps good at night. I really don't.
What are you talking about?
Talk to me.
Sociopath.
Morris Chestnut.
What?
Morris Chestnut.
He lies to himself?
You lie to yourself about Morris Chestnut all the time.
First of all, me looking like Morris Chestnut is subjective to anybody who doesn't have vision. The people with vision, it is an absolute fact.
Yeah.
Morris Chestnut himself, it's perfect time to insert this clip. We can play this clip every episode. Morris Chestnut himself, on multiple occasions now, not even just the Jennifer Hudson show, has said he's gotten mistaken for me.
Charlamagne the God thinks that people are mistaking him for you. Charlamagne the God posted this video on his Instagram pretending to be you. What do you think? Did Charlamagne said that was him?
You know, I'm telling you, I was at a valet at a hotel. One of the valet guys said, "Hey, Charlamagne." So, you know.
Really?
It did happen.
Okay, well, I don't believe it. And Charlamagne, if you don't stop wasting my time posting these.
So,
You
what do
don't
want
think
me
that
to
there's
do?
trolling?
What do you want me to do?
That's
And guess
just
what?
racist people that think all black people look
No,
alike.
these are people. When I'm out and about.
Even a broken clock is right 2 times a day.
By the way, when I'm out and about sometimes, girls will walk up to me and be like, I see it. I see it. And I'll be like, see what? I know what they already talk about. See what? I see a little Morris in there. Okay. That's enough for me. Okay. Steph Curry, night. Okay. Eric.G says, if I get to say one lie that is spoken into existence, who or what do you lie about? Hold on, let me read this. If you get to say one lie that is spoken into existence, who or what do you lie? Why does it gotta be a lie though?
It's something that's not true right now, and then it becomes true. So it's really just saying, what do you wish for?
Yeah, what do I wish for? I know it's gonna sound corny and cliche, and every fucking, woman who's ever done Miss Universe says this shit. I really want world peace. I really, truly wish that humans all across the planet could just be peaceful. I wake up, I think about that a lot in the morning. When I wake up in the morning and I'm getting ready for work and I'm driving into work, all I think about is, today, my life or somebody that I love's life or just somebody in the world's life is going to be disrupted by somebody who's waking up and choosing violence. Why? We got everything we need on this planet to succeed if all of us would just show each other love, peace, and have empathy. There's not a problem in this world we couldn't fix if we all didn't wake up and choose peace and just have empathy for other people. I don't know why folks do what they do. I don't know why folks have trillions of dollars already, billions of dollars already, and they just want more power and more money and just want to make more people's lives miserable. I don't know why that is. Mm-hmm. It's weird to me.
Yeah. Added to that, I wish Charlamagne was straight.
No.
He said no.
I'll stay a little crooked. I'm gonna stay just a little bit crooked. What is one thing what do you wish for?
World peace is such a great one, man, because the downriver effects of that are phenomenal. Yeah. I mean, you already said that one. I wish that people would argue with good faith. I feel like there's so many. Yeah, it's like so many times these arguments are just about painting the opposition as evil, when behind closed doors, whenever you talk to these people, they're so reasonable, and I just wish that if we argue with good faith instead of trying to win, and I've been guilty of this my life 100%. Instead of trying to win, trying to understand, we could disagree on so much shit, but we could at least enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, that would be fun.
I don't want to hear your biases.
Yeah.
I don't even really want, I just want you to be objective.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. I wish that sometimes we could see things without knowing who said it.
Hey.
That would change everything. If you could just see something and be like, oh, that's a great point. Oh, we should do that.
Yeah.
And just Candace Owens said that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I mean? Or Jasmine Crockett said, it wouldn't even matter. It's just oh, that's just a good idea.
Yeah.
Why can't we just all embrace each other's good ideas? And we dismiss things based on what people are.
You're 100% right.
And I don't like that.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Let's do one more, Taylor. Let's scroll down. Let's end on we need a classic brilliant idiot one.
Keep going, unless you like that one.
Oh, shit.
Which one?
I tried looking that up. I didn't see it, though.
Which one? Violet Garza?
Another wax situation. I got the wax.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Louis J22 says,
You got it?
I did.
Would Andrew get a wax if his special goes #1 on Netflix?
First of all, yeah, I've already got one. So, yeah, I would do it. I taking the top off right here is crazy, but I would do it.
He said he's got a wax.
I'm just going to let Andrew answer his question.
Yeah, 100%.
Alex got the wax, baby.
You said be crazy after him. Now
Yeah, full everything.
Front to back?
Front to back.
Balls, butthole?
Balls, butthole.
Okay.
Yeah, you were right. The top part here is the most painful, but you're smooth as hell. Everything is
touching them shit, right?
You
really
feel
shit.
cleaner. I don't know what it is. It's probably placebo, but you feel better now.
I want to go back. I gotta wait for about 4 to 5 weeks. I'm asking my wife yesterday, should I go back? Should I go back? She was like, has it been 4 weeks? I go every 4 weeks. And I'm looking at the calendar fuck, it hasn't been 4 weeks. I can't wait. Next time I go, I'm taking a shower.
Son.
Because I went fresh off work. I'm like, nope, not going to do that to her next time.
But
Yeah, that's crazy.
I didn't know.
The lady that was doing it, she was flirting with me, though.
Nah.
That shit was vulnerable.
What you
Did
mean
you get hot?
flirting?
Did you-
Because you see, guys' ego be so crazy.
I
Like,
know.
you think she was flirting with you. She wasn't flirting. She was doing
Probably
her job.
not, but
She was
I don't
talking
care.
to you to keep your mind off the fucking pain.
Yeah.
She was, but then like out of nowhere, she brings up Valentine's Day and it's like, oh, what you do for Valentine's Day? Trying to see if I have a girl or not.
She had her meeting your hand?
Yes.
Like doing the joystick shit, Atari?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, that's crazy. That's sexual harassment.
What's your woman say, though?
That's sexual harassment.
Talk about that. What's your woman say?
Oh, no, I went there alone.
No. I'm talking about after you sold it to her.
I don't think I ever.
Oh, she likes it. She enjoys it. That's why I'm gonna
Really?
keep doing it. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell guys, man. I watched you on the life picking shit out your teeth after you talking about, you know, your wife going down on you. Why do you want her to have to do that,
you're right.
Schulz?
Now you're right.
You know what I mean?
I gotta do it for her.
Come on.
Do it for her.
Do
man.
it for her. We don't want to be in the weeds.
Right.
Get rid of the weeds.
I think I'm starting to
You want your
understand.
wife to be able to see the forest. Fuck the trees. Go.
The forest is the tree.
And the pond
That
right
didn't make
now.
no
And the
sense,
pond
but it was
right now.
fire.
And the pond right now.
As always,
And the pond right now, son.
if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. If you think we're just a couple idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast.
Jeez.
Thank you for listening.